That's awesome. I'm going to kill this guy.
Let's get the cable plugged in all the way. We're live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Punch Drunk, where once again, Ari is being a cocky prick and not calling us back. So we'll get Ari in a little bit. Here with Fight Nanny. Hi, Fight Nanny.
Hi.
And Johnny Woodard, and of course, Aaron. Aaron, how's your wife?
It's great.
Is that sarcasm?
No, she's great.
How upset are you about what the Cubs did to, in a few, do you need a guest? Mo wants to know if we need him to come in. Hey, who is this?
Sam.
What does in a few mean? I mean, the show's already started. What do you mean, do we need a guest, you dumb fuck? It's 11:15. Now you asking me that?
Mo may or may not come. He's asking now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna take that as he's not gonna be here. Unless he
does
lives
live
right down the street or
Is he
something.
Red Band? Yeah, let's just call Red Band.
Tell him
Red Band's
we're
awake at
fine.
this hour.
Tell him we're fine. We already started, and we'll just go with Ari if Ari ever hits us back. So what's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. The world lost its mind in sports this weekend.
I know, me too. What happened?
What, we lost your mind this weekend?
Yeah, whatever happened really upset me.
Well, Donald Trump lost his mind.
Okay.
And basically said if anybody takes a knee in the NFL, they should be fired and lose their job, and you should have to leave the country and all this crazy shit. Yeah. And the entire NFL got pissed about it.
Definitely did not hear about
And
that.
pretty much every single person in the NFL took a knee or did some sort of sign of solidarity. Some teams didn't even come out of the locker room, Pittsburgh Steelers being one of them. And, you know, Pittsburgh's coach, who I love, brought up a great point about it where he was like, look, some people on our team have opinions about this. Some people don't have opinions about this. You know, it's a team of 53 people that come from every kind of economic background, a lot of different, multicultural backgrounds. And, you know, I'm not going to have my team come out there. I'm protecting the people that have an opinion and the ones that don't. Because if you take a knee or you don't take a knee, you're on everybody. Now, like, there's a line in the sand. I have no idea why he would say something well, I do. He's a complete idiot. Exactly. And all the owners, every single owner, went out with the team itself. Even Jerry Jones took a knee. You see that, Aaron?
I did.
Were you surprised by that?
Yes.
I was too. I mean, that was, in a weird way, might have been the biggest statement made this whole week. Steelers not coming out was a big statement. Falcons owner stood with his players. A lot of them were like arm in arm. Some of them taking knees, some of them not. But the entire Dallas Cowboys team took a knee, including Jerry Jones, who all but is the NFL commissioner.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. And there's a reason that, sure, the NFL wants to paint it like this. All of our owners care about their players. No, they don't. No, they don't. Donald Trump just told America, boycott the NFL. And these 32 owners are like, man, you are fucking with my money, honey.
Yeah.
You know, he should be able to sue him. The NFL should be able to sue Donald Trump for defamation or some sort of something. It was the dumbest thing for him to say. Is that Ari?
Yeah.
Let me get the audio. Hang on.
Oh, hang on. We're getting the audio for you, dumbass. There you are.
Go.
Hi, Ari.
Hi, buddy.
Now you can see us and we can see you, but you're not on the live stream. So feel free to just take a shit in your hand and throw it all around.
Oh, great. Oh, excellent.
I really don't mean that. I don't mean it. I don't mean that. What is this? No, see, it always scares me when you.
He's already in the bathroom.
Oh, are you shitting as we speak?
No, I'm using my iPad because I got rid of my computer. I haven't got a new one yet. So, no, it's just my room.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Is the volume up on the iPad?
Yep.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, it's all the way up. Now we're just dialing you in here. We were just bitching about the Trump NFL thing. What do you think about your entire Dallas Cowboys taking a knee, including Jerry Jones?
I mean, you love that. You love that.
That was sexy, dude.
The Jerry Jones part where he's like, and that is Texas.
That is Texas?
The Dallas Cowboys, forget about me being a fan. They represent something beyond just the Dallas sports team. That is America's team.
I agree with that.
So when you have the owner of America's team going, hey, not only am I not going to stop my players from doing it, I'm not going to say anything, I'm going to say something to the affirmative. I do support them.
Wow.
Like, yeah, man, great. I mean, here, okay, it's a very layered fucking argument, right? It's not as simple as anything people are making out to be.
It's become
Respect our flag. If you don't stand, you don't respect our troops. It's like, come on, that's being oversimplifying.
That is
or
absolutely not what this is about. You know, I put a post about that too. I'm like, this has nothing to do with the troops and everything to do with him saying, if you protest in this country, you can quit your job and leave this country. That sounds exactly like fucking a certain fat North Korean that I know Trump seems to hate. That's I mean, I feel like he's jealous of this power that Kim Jong, you know what I mean? He's like, man, that must be nice. You could just point and they just disappear forever. Yeah. You know, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, man. He killed that American for stealing a fucking poster.
You ever see that old Twilight Zone episode where there's that little kid and everybody in the town is scared of him because if he gets pissed at you, he just vanishes you and you just disappear from the world? So everyone's like, hey, I'd love to play your favorite song one more time, little Billy. And there's only like 8 people left in the town, you know?
Yeah.
That's what Trump is slowly becoming.
The weird thing is this, that I saw some poll last year anyway, and it was like 72% of people disagreed with Kaepernick, and then like 61% of people thought it was disrespectful. Or maybe vice versa, actually.
Sure.
72% of people thought it was disrespectful, either the troops or whatever, and 61 thought he shouldn't be allowed to do that. So Trump is not like, he sort of does represent more Americans, but the way he said it was like, you should be fired for protesting. Everybody, even the old like veterans who were like, back then with Kaepernick, like, look, I fucking fought for this flag. He's got a right to do that. That should be his right, but I do not agree with him doing it. Trump went overboard and goes, no, he shouldn't even have a right to do it. We should fire them.
Well, what's scary about this is that he's not Donald Trump, the restaurateur, the hotel billionaire. Yeah. He's the president of the United States.
Exactly.
And this country, you have a right to protest. In this country, I mean, it's been, you know, it's forever, for the history of time. You know,
you're legally allowed, as a First Amendment right, to burn the flag.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Trump would not want
you
that.
You could probably wipe your ass with the flag if you want.
Yeah.
And the point of, if you're the president, you can say, hey, you know, I think personally it's un-American, but it is his right to do this, and I got no dog in this fight.
He's not the most eloquent guy.
I've noticed. It
is weird, though, that I'm seeing a lot of people now be like, it's patriotic to protest, it's all this, but it's like, where were you, I mean, literally a year ago or less when he was actually doing his protest? When he was on the cover of Time magazine, like, now you're standing by him when he hasn't even played this year? He's actually not doing his protest now.
Right.
And now suddenly you're with him, and it's really, you're just like anti-Trump.
Right. And
because where was your chance to say before, hey, Kaepernick is doing a great thing, you're doing an American thing by fucking protesting? You just stayed silent.
Yeah.
We didn't. It's a sports thing, but all these fucking, you know, comics who don't give a shit about sports in general, they didn't even open their mouths. And now it's like, you're just opening your mouth because you hate Trump.
Yeah, exactly. And
it seems sort of hypocritical.
And it's somewhat topical now. You know, the best, did you, you know, and
but
this is just,
he is saying, it is a president saying you don't have a right to protest. And people are like, oh, I don't even care about Kaepernick's protest.
No, it's even worse than that. He's saying you should be punished for protesting. Not only do you not have the right, you should be punished for it and lose your... Oh, now it's back.
What?
Nothing. Everything just... Did that happen to everybody?
Yeah.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
But we're, hang on.
Whenever Aaron says, hang on, I get scared.
Okay. Yeah, it's something on my computer.
Oh, wow.
The audio file stopped recording, but we're back.
Hey, good, we're back. Did you know, this is something that ESPN just gets rock hard over.
Oh, a non-sports story? They love it.
Oh, God. Oh, it's all that's been on. But I tell you who had the best take was Alex Smith, quarterback of the Chiefs. You know, every NFL player had...
The guy who lost his job to Kaepernick.
Yeah. Actually, he sure did.
He probably should have a little bit of animosity there.
And he asked him about it, and he was like, you know, this was basically like, this guy's a bozo. And, you know...
Who, Trump?
Trump. And he's like, you know, he condemns players, the entire NFL, and players for protesting peacefully. And he defended those people that protested violently and fucking killed people with their car at that Nazi rally. Hey, there were some good people on there too. There's bad people, but there's also good ones in there. They just killed somebody with a car in a violent protest, and he didn't say a bad word. In a weird way, defended him, and then he shits on NFL players that some of them have been taking a knee protesting.
You know what?
Immigration, all these different things. They're not protesting the flag. They're not saying fuck the troops. They're saying there are things in this country that are going awry, and I'm not going to stand for the national anthem while I'm dissatisfied with the way my country's being run. That has nothing to do with the troops. That has nothing to do with any of that shit. Or the flag or any of this.
Kaepernick even said, they asked him, like, who are you voting for this year? He goes, none of those people. None of them seem to represent what I care about.
Sure.
Where it's like, he's not even anti-Trump. He's anti all the government who doesn't, like, help protect what he thinks is a disservice to black people. The interesting thing is, if you look at Trump not as a leader, but just as a person, which he kind of just is, right? He's a contrarian.
Sure.
So, like, if you see a Joe Rogan interview, I've said this a few times, and talking about a fight that seemingly is one-sided, he will do nothing, almost nothing, but show the strengths of the weaker person. If it is, let's say, I don't know, let's say me versus you in golf. You know, you're clearly weaker. Everyone knows that. Joe Rogan would go, no, I mean, Thibault has hit some good putts. I've seen him hit long putts before.
Sure.
And Ari sometimes has trouble with dog legs. You got to take into account that. But he's almost saying that because it's almost obvious that Ari is better. You know, you can apply that to a fight, you know, any whatever fight. But he would just go on like, no, that guy's a good striker. Sometimes he gets inside. But it's like he takes all of his time instead of saying, you know, GSP is better than Matt Serra. That's a bad example because he lost. But, like, he spends all his time talking about the weaker person that he doesn't think is going to win because he's a contrarian too.
Sure, of course.
So Donald Trump almost at the point where it's like, yeah, not wrong, but let's not even talk about that. Let's just talk about, like, can't be violent towards protesters.
Right.
Like, only that. And then this is the same thing. It's like people seem to be okay with it. It's like, but you know what? It is disrespectful, so I'm only going to talk about the contrary parts of it.
Well,
so it's almost like I don't think he thinks Nazism is right, but it's just like, dude, here's a chance. Don't be a contrarian. Just come out and just say, like, this is way wrong.
Well, I think there's presidential etiquette that, you know, the world is accustomed to, as are the citizens of this country. And, you know, this is just it's become such a circus. It'd be like, he had no reason to attack the NFL and just spun everything into the crazy zone on weekend. That's all I talked about at Red Zone.
United people against you. It's crazy because people before were, like, way against this, and now it's like, fuck you.
Yeah, you know, we were talking right before we got you live about how these owners, and, you know, don't think the NFL hasn't united for, you know, they like to do this thing where the NFL's like, hey, our owners, we love and respect our players and their decision. We're going to stand by them and, you know, solidarity.
Unless there's a labor dispute.
Yeah, unless there's a labor dispute, which is coming up in 2 years. Nah, dude. Or we're worried about health care, their long-term health care, or CTEs. And, you know, other than that, we stand by our players. Dude, this is Trump just told the entire nation to boycott the NFL, basically. These 32 owners are like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
He really told the entire country, he told the entire country, this is a questionable product and a questionable business that doesn't respect America. He basically said that at a podium.
He said ratings are down. I mean, he was doing a campaign rally to people who were like, yes, our flag matters.
Ratings are down. He's blasting that ratings are down. Who the fuck are you? Are you the president of America or the president of NBC?
Well, dude, you know,
all you bitch about is ratings, asshole.
He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He never said he was going to be that guy.
He's still burned, though, about not getting into the NFL when he wanted to buy the Bills.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean,
he's had an axe to grind with the NFL his entire career.
It's a lot.
The NFL had to write him a $2 check for the anti-fucking what you call it? Not antitrust, monopoly.
Sorry.
Remember? Because of the U.S. Donald Trump started the USFL.
Did he really?
Yes.
Yeah. Because he wanted to buy the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
And they wouldn't let him.
He's just not that guy who is going to be presidential. He's never said he's going to be that guy. He's going to be like, I'll tell you how it is.
He sued the NFL He sued the NFL for a monopoly, won, and the NFL had to give him a $2 check.
Really?
Yes.
That's great.
Yep.
That's great.
So you don't think this guy's hated the fucking NFL for fucking 40 fucking years? 30 years?
Yeah.
That was in the 80s, so yeah, 30 years. And now he's a president, and he gets a public opportunity to say, fuck you, your ratings are down, and you should
And he's like,
boycott
"The
the
ratings are
NFL
down.
because
Here's
it's
why."
un-American. Why? Because they beat you in a lawsuit 30 years ago, Mr. President? Fuck you. I challenge Donald Trump to a street fight. Anywhere you want it, fuckface.
I would love
I'll
to
come to your golf
Yeah,
course.
first.
I'll come to your golf course like a tornado of fists and teeth. What are you doing, pissing?
No, I'm making tea.
Oh, that's your tea face? He's got a weird making tea
Yeah,
face.
you really do.
No, that was you. That was the face for you challenging Trump to a fucking fist fight.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's on.
Okay.
That's an it's on face.
By the way, speaking of fist fights, Fight Nanny has a big announcement, Ari.
What, she's a dumb fucking slut whore?
Yep. Let's hear about. Guess who wants to beat you into the fucking future, fuckface?
Why is this my announcement?
Just
Oh,
let's hear it.
before she even makes this announcement, because I'm about to make it fucking null and void. I was on Ellis Radio, and he brought up the fight, and I was like, with me and Sam, and I was like, yeah, I just didn't work out because he wanted to do it the week before I was fucking filming. I couldn't do that. And he goes, well, we're having a new one in 2 weeks. How about we do that? And I was like, I mean, I haven't trained or anything. He goes, so you're getting out of it? I was like, no. You know what? Fuck it. I'll fight Sam in 2 weeks. And we called Sam up, and he goes, I've got a gig. And then Ellis said, I will pay you what you miss if you cancel that gig. I will fly you to Vegas.
Uh-huh.
We will do this. Ari's willing. And Sam backed out.
Of course he did.
Wow.
He's Sam.
That's breaking news right there. I wish we had your sound
I
effect,
wish-
but you're on your iPad.
I wish he was here
Oh,
to just
yeah.
really shit on him.
Wow.
And then I've had other people come in and say, well, I'd like to fight you. I'm like, well, that's not the fight. I don't really care
Yeah.
about that fight.
Who are some of those
I really
people?
don't care about the fight, fight with Sam. And
Yeah,
he backed out.
Who are the people?
Who are some of those people that have said that?
All sorts of people, random strangers, fans, even O'Neal.
O'Neal
different
wants you
people.
so bad, bro.
Different people, but it's like, hey, that's not the fight. He goes, O'Neal was like, I'll fight you at Ellis Man. I'm like, no one cares about that fight, man. No one
I
cares
care about it.
He
And-
disagrees, and he thinks the fans are really
People
gonna come
cared
at you.
about the me and Sam fight.
Oh, yeah,
Nobody
but-
cares about Ryan O'Neal.
Hey,
And
look.
look, Ryan, I wish your career was better off, but it's not. You're
Oh
a
my
nobody.
God.
You're a loser. And people don't want to see a winner fight a loser. It's not
Well,
fun.
All right, got
The two
another.
winners like me and Sam, people can get behind that. That's a winner fight.
I got a big announcement for next week's show. Ryan O'Neal will be our special guest next week. Sam will be out of town.
Also,
So-
check
Oh,
out
great.
Donation O'Neill on All Things Comedy.
Please, absolutely check out Danish and O'Neal podcast on All Things Comedy. And
Yeah, if you want to help support losers, go ahead and check out Danish and O'Neal
well,
podcast.
we're trying to get both of them in. What about Dennis? Did he say he's coming in? He didn't reply. He just replied, "It's time for Ari to go down."
Obviously, you can beat me. That's not a question. The question was, like if Tiger Woods challenged me to golf, I'd be like, nah, man, I can't beat you. If fucking Kirk Fox challenged me to golf, I'm like, I can't beat you. That's fine.
Why
When a fucking loser who can't play challenged me, then it's like, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Uh-huh.
No, you cannot beat me. So yeah, O'Neal, you fucking train Taekwondo. You're great. Sam
So he's
Tripoli.
scared of Ryan.
Sam Tripoli is a fucking loser who doesn't know how to fight. And so yes, I can beat a loser who doesn't know how to fight. That's all I'm saying.
It would be
Yeah,
really funny
anyone
to
who's
see
trained
Sam
can
out of
beat me.
breath.
That's nothing. That's nothing. So what do you want to say, Fight Nanny? Or did I ruin it for you already?
No,
No, that
you
was-
just knew who it was. Yeah.
Well, it could have been anybody, like he said. There
Or a
was
stranger
fans,
off the street.
Strangers on the streets, fans, O'Neal, bunch of other people.
Ryan
from,
wants
Jack
the fans to
Spinklejohn.
get involved.
I heard that he
Donald
liked.
Cerrone was like, I'll fight you. And I'm like, Donald, bro, I can't fight you now. I know you'll win. It's not a question, man. You're misinterpreting this. I just think I can beat up shitty, fat-ass, no-gas Sam.
I heard
Sam
that.
would be so tired. He'd be like out of breath. He'd make weird noises. It
That
sounded like
would
he was
be-
having a stroke.
Well, I just don't think it's going to be so hard for him to fight and text with boxing gloves on at the same time.
Oh God, how
were-
bad was
Oh.
it driving with him? Dude, we went to see boxing a couple of days ago, and his driving was so bad that even in the front seat, I was about to throw up. I had to actually make him get out
Does he
and get in
text
the
and
passenger
drive?
seat.
Oh, are you kidding? I call his car the office.
And he wonders why he gets in so many car accidents?
Driving
They're
is
never
he
his
thinks
fault.
it's the government.
Yeah, they're
he
never-
honestly
oh
does.
my
He thinks
God,
it's the
of
Oh, yeah,
course
it's
government.
he
always the
does.
government.
driving is the third thing Sam is doing when he's behind the wheel. It is the
I've
number
never been
3
in the
things.
car with him.
Every time, like, the light turns red, and all the cars in front of him go, and he's still just sitting there, and it's fun.
Every time.
6 times a car ride, if I'm driving with him, 6 times, I got out of every light, I got to go, Sam, go, go, go. He looks up, you know. All the cars in front of us are completely gone. He's just stopped in the middle
And
of
that's
the
not
street.
an exaggeration. Every time means every time. Seriously, every light. He's
But here's
down
what's
on the
funny
phone.
is that I was in the back seat because Johnny's going to get car sick because Sam is kind of a jerky driver. And
kind of.
no, he's like stop and goes a lot. And so I'm in the back and I'm looking like, what's he working on that's so important? He's literally just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Going through his emails, going through his texts, going through comments, posting pictures, making a flyer. He's making a flyer while we were driving. Making a flyer while we're driving. And
I'm doing something.
And looking at comments. It's a lot of looking at comments, YouTube comments. He's just nonstop doing something on his phone. It's got to be 50-50, his eyes down and his eyes up in a car ride. 50-50.
I mean,
At least.
it's so annoying when you're stuck behind somebody that just doesn't go and you miss a light because it's fuckface.
Every single light. Every single light.
As soon as he gets a honk, they spin out as fast as they can to try to like somehow make up for what they did. So they slam on the accelerator, being way more dangerous for a road they haven't even looked at yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
That's for sure him too. He does that. He also doesn't know how to use the brakes properly.
He's
He's
the worst.
Armenian, man.
I mean, maybe that is how Armenians drive. Yeah, so Ari, we went. Johnny and Sammy and I went to the Forum and watched HBO. There's a boxing on HBO, but it was at the Forum, and we got cheap seats on our good friends at SeatGeek.
Yep.
And dude, it's the first time I've ever gone to like a HBO box. I've been to seen boxing before, but I've never been to like a big HBO one.
You didn't go to him with the Diaz brothers?
At the Forum, didn't go with the Diaz brothers. No. It was super great, man. The Forum is nice now.
Yeah.
Have you been there
I
lately?
went there for the fights.
I've never been there.
The UFC fights. And concerts lately.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah, now that the Lakers are gone, it's a fucking cool place to be.
Dude, they changed all the seats to almost like movie theater kind of seats. Nice dick, brah. Nice dicky.
Oh, that's a dick.
I feel like I've seen Ari's dick more than I've seen
God.
most dicks.
He's pissing.
I've seen Ari's dick more than I've seen my dick.
Like more than I've seen like guys I've dated dicks.
Yeah, exactly. Probably. I mean,
Especially like sitting
iPad
next
makes
to her
it
for
way
2
easier.
hours.
at least Ari's dick is officially the number 2 dick I've seen in my life.
Oh, for
Mine
sure.
being one.
Yeah, for sure you.
But other than
You
my
have
dick,
photos of his dick on your phone that you like love to prank people with.
I get people with your dick all the time, Ari.
I think it's mine too, actually. My second one. I've only been here 7 months.
Do you think, by the way, it's so much easier to show this shit on the iPad?
Yeah, because you can get
Really get an angle. You don't have to lift the whole thing up. It's just so like.
Yeah.
So slippery, right?
Yeah, you're very mobile. Ah, God,
I think-
stop.
I couldn't even tell what that was.
Yeah, I
was
couldn't
this
tell what
supposed
that
to
was.
be your
Look.
asshole?
Yeah.
Oh, you go to the
God.
right, Ari. Go
Yeah,
to the right. a
don't
little
go
bit.
to the
it's just
right.
your butt
There you go.
cheek.
That's it. Get right in
God.
there. Get right in there.
Ugh. Jesus.
It really does look like a vagina. It's so crazy.
Ugh.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. No.
It's got a little clit
You
in
like
there.
that. You really like that. You said that.
No, thank you. That's just horrible. That's just us romanticizing our way out of this personal hell that he puts us in, which is looking at his.
Hey, how's the blood situation, Ari? I'm always interested.
I mean, pretty bad left.
Oh,
He was
no.
talking about it on Fighter and the Kid guys,
Oh,
and Brendan
no.
Schaub was horrified.
Why do you keep listening to that garbage?
Why was he on it?
Oh,
Well,
because he was.
I got some good intel.
Yeah, that's
First
good.
of all,
good. Let's hear it.
we
Let's
got
hear
a
it.
hot chick working for him. We just got to start fucking her.
How hot?
This-
How hot?
this-
How hot? Oh, you're talking about the old
Pretty hot.
Trojan horse. We're
Yeah,
gonna sneak
yeah,
in
get in
through
with
her.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretend to love her.
Oh,
Get her
that's
good
not hard
graces.
for me to do. I'm very lonely.
Okay. And then just get access. Just get access to the place. Be like, oh, show me the studio. Fucking
Uh-huh.
gum on the lock.
Oh,
You know,
that
take
old
it out.
Classic
Yeah.
number.
Go in there. When she's gone, you gotta wait all night. It's probably gonna be a sleepover situation.
No problem. Anything to
And
not
when
be
they're
on the
back-
leaves.
In the back, there's a 2 couches. And you
Oh.
just sit behind one of those couches and you wait. Oh, with a machete. You need a machete.
Oh,
you just
yeah.
wait.
I'm
Jeez.
And you
absolutely.
wait. And then come up behind and just slice. Now, here's the deal. When you get the one,
Because they sit on
I
the
don't think
couches
that-
for the show, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
could
first
kill
of all,
them
a lot
on
of the
air.
couches-
I wait till they're live, and then guess what, bitch? It's
Yeah.
ISIS neck time. I call that
You
the
want a
ISIS
record of it.
necktie.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want a record of it. Let people know. Don't fuck with us. Caveman Coffee.
This is all
Yeah.
for Caveman
And then
Coffee.
and then I just stare in their camera and I go, use the code PUNCHDRUNK, saves you 15%. Bitches.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's good. See, that's what he's doing. What's your excuse? You're listening to this tripe.
It's funny.
Oh, God. I mean, you're not looking at buttholes, are you?
No. You know what Ari really upset me about on that? Brendan was saying he had food poisoning, so he was like throwing up in a bucket and shitting in the toilet. And Ari says that he shits and then throws up and then shits and throws up and like inhales all of that. And Shab was disgusted by it too, and I don't really want to talk about it because I might gag. But
What? Just like frequently or when
Ari
he's sick,
Shaffir.
or-
like he doesn't use a separate like I thought everyone used their trash can to like throw up, and he like just puts his head in that like shithole.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, you motherfucker.
When did I barf? When did I barf?
When you've had food poisoning before, you said that you shit and then go puke into the toilet and then shit again.
Yeah, well, I don't use a trash can for that. You puke in the
I'm
toilet.
really
I'm not the one who pukes in a toilet.
What if it like
There's
splashes
no way. I'm
back
not
on
going
your
to
face?
You don't throw up in the toilet?
But you actually...
If I've never had it coming out of both ends, thank God. But if I did, I would not throw up into my shit and let it come
lady.
out.
What a lady.
So you were shitting and then puking on your shit and then re-shitting on
shit.
your puke. That's
That
called...
would
Puking on
really,
your puke, yeah.
really makes me gag to think about how bad
You-
that would
I mean,
smell.
he's flushing in between.
You should have, that should be a bag of bets. You should have to drink and then drink out of it with a straw, and we'll call it the 3 Mile Island iced tea.
Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember those? Yeah. Do you remember those bottles when it's like this, like a clear a glass bottle?
Yeah.
But then they'll put sand on it inside of it, and from here to here, be one color sand, and then from there to there, be another color sand. Yeah, it's like that with my shit and puke.
Yeah. Oh, I
so
totally get it.
gross.
But you should have to like stir it with like a broom, like a broom handle or like a cauldron, kind of like stir it up. You know what I mean? Almost like you're churning butter.
Plunger.
And then put like
hate that.
one of them curly straws, one of them, woo, 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 and then just take a nice, like 12-ounce sip of it.
That is vile.
How can you say this?
Think about it though.
No, I'm trying not to because I gag easily.
Really?
Yeah.
Think about how that would taste.
Well, I didn't. Well,
You ate a fuck donut.
yeah, you
But
ate a
I love
fuck donut.
donuts.
Okay, so what if he shits?
Oh no shit. I
And-
won't
Oh,
eat
yeah,
shit.
right.
Donuts.
Shit, the
But
donut.
no,
I won't eat shit ever.
No, not eat a shit donut. But what if he eats donuts for like, I don't know, 10 straight days?
And then shits.
And then
you
shits
try
and
and
pukes
convince
donuts.
me that's a donut.
What if we give him food poisoning through donuts, and then he just shits
Okay,
and
what
pukes
if-
donuts?
What if you don't eat a
You
shit
guys
donut?
didn't
I
cum
shit
in the
and then I
donut. You
wipe with
harmlessly humped this donut. I barely did
No,
anything
I
wrong.
wipe with a donut. What if I wipe with a donut?
Final
But like final wipe, not early wipe.
No.
wipe with a
Yeah, Long
donut.
John.
No.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
shit.
like I think it's clean enough for me to put my pants on. But you know what? Give me one more cruller.
No.
Yeah, so guys, go to our friend SeatGeek. Use the
Oh,
code
yeah.
PUNCHDRUNK.
Forgot that
Um,
was Zeke.
And wow, it really wasn't, was it? And use the code PUNCHDRUNK, and that saves you $20 off first tickets. We used it to go to these fights, dude, and we got great seats. We got like
That's cool.
$150 seats for like $20.
$18.
$18.
I thought that the code was only for $20 off.
No, I'm just saying that's what we found the tickets on there
Yeah,
for.
they were-
I was like,
that
what
was
kind
their
of
price.
sorcery were you doing?
That's
No.
like Rams games now, man. Rams games you can get. I heard $6 somebody got a ticket for.
$100 per parking, though, right? Jesus.
Well, I mean, that's right there.
35. The lot we found was 35.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Put that
better.
up
It's
four or
just a
five ways.
walk. The closest ones right there were 100. The best way to go is take
We
that
had a
train.
fucking 7-minute walk.
Take that train's the best way to go.
You can't
100%.
tailgate if you take the train.
It gets you off right there. Oh, that's right.
Can I talk a little bit about I'd like to talk about two things. We can do whatever order. The baseball playoffs are coming. So I'd
Yep,
like to
I'm
talk
excited
about
for that.
Yay.
Hey, how far out is St. Louis right now from the playoff spot?
2.5.
2.5. They're gonna get
Out of
beat
the wire.
today.
The wire, man. What are they, like 12 games left?
6
Cubs will clinch today. This weekend's the last weekend.
this week.
For the record,
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, no,
No, it
you're right. Weekend. You're
Yeah,
right.
this weekend is the last weekend of baseball.
And then they play till next Thursday?
What do you mean?
No.
There's still like 12 games left.
They finished Sunday.
No, there's like
It's
six games left. There's only
Really?
Yeah, there's only a week
Yeah.
left of baseball.
Oh, wow. Well, I'd like to say this. First of all, I lost my bet to Sam for the Dodgers. It's official.
Yeah, that's right. that
Um,
was if they clinch, right?
I said I will do
best
it right
record.
away if you want. And he goes, no, wait till the day after the season. So I'm waiting till the day after the season.
What is this bag of bets?
This
I have
one's
no technology,
stupid.
no computer, no
Oh.
phone. Actually, it would have been great when I don't actually have a computer. It would have been fucking perfect. But
He has to go,
Yeah.
what, 24 hours or something?
24 hours.
That's so
Wake up to
easy
wake
for
up.
him.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's Ari loves that shit.
Yeah.
No, I still want to be on like email and shit. But yeah, I don't
If you
mind
could take it, if you get a day, I mean, that's like, okay, T, you lost, bro. You got to beat off twice today. I'd be like, oh shucks.
He's also Jewish. Jews have been getting around weird rules like this for thousands of years with having Goya push buttons for them and shit like that. Isn't that right? Don't they have people to like turn on light switches and shit like that for them?
Goyim.
Goyim, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we can do that. But the problem will be like if I needed to get directions somewhere, and I'm like, I'll have no way of getting directions somewhere.
That's true.
I'll be like in the New York City subway system. I'm like, I don't know how to get to where I'm going, but I'll find out. Anyway, I'd like to say this about the Yankees. Before the season started, I had no hopes that they'd beat anything. And
Yep.
people are asking me like, what if they just lost in this first opening round of the playoffs? Would you still consider that a win for the season? And I would.
Yeah.
People thought they finished bottom or bottom two of their fucking division, and for some reason they played great in the early months, in April and May, and Aaron Judge got hot, and it came down after that, but they clinched the playoff spot, and I think with that level of talent on that team, I think this is a huge win for that team and a great coaching job. I think they already had a successful season. I'd like them to go far, but already it's a win. Thoughts?
I agree with that. I mean, we, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, everybody in this room was like, except for Fight Nanny, was like, yeah, Yankees ain't making postseason.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I mean,
No way.
nobody, Aaron, you wouldn't have argued with that back then.
No, that skid after the break was pretty rough.
Yep. But, yeah.
No, Cubs, if they didn't make the postseason or if they got a wild card, you'd be like, that's a loss. We just won the World Series.
Yep. Won the World Series, one of the best records in baseball history, most magic run. Pretty much everybody returning.
Yeah.
Sans the guy.
And they made the playoffs.
Fowler.
So it's like, good.
I think they clinched today, right? If they win today.
If the Brewers lose or they win, they clinch the division. Yeah.
Yep. Beat the pants off you yesterday, kid.
Oh yeah.
Beat the pants off you yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels real bad. Yeah.
And Cubs win today.
They celebrate.
5:30 game, I think, 5:25 or some shit.
They celebrate in St. Louis, which is
The
just-
best.
Yeah, celebration's gonna
Just a
start.
real slap in the dick.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You know who I want, and I've been saying it before, and I'll say it again. I want the Dodgers.
I'd love to see them win, man. I don't think it's gonna
No.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I want the
Hold on.
Dodgers.
You're saying no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want the Dodgers.
You want to play the Dodgers? And
Yes,
beat
sir. I want Cubs to
fine.
come to town, and I'm gonna then I'll go to a playoff game and root for the Cubs. For one, number two, all I've been hearing about all year is the goddamn Dodgers. Now I like the
Yeah.
Dodgers. I'm a Dodgers sympathizer. If the Cubs are out, I root for the Dodgers, but Cubs ain't out. And
you
I've
like-
been hearing about the Dodgers for a whole fucking year.
Do you like that matchup too? Like, do you think the Cubs match up well with the Dodgers?
I think the Cubs are well skippered and quite prepared for October baseball. And I think that the Dodgers, a lot of them, have been hired guns. They do have a couple good rookies. But I'm just saying,
Bellinger.
I think the Cubs are ready for some October baseball. And Dodgers have been anything but hot in late September.
I mean, the Dodgers have to get past the wild card, which will be a division.
The Dodgers have to get past their own demons.
Yeah.
Whereas she's an underachieving team. That's since I've been in LA, since I started comedy, I became friendly with the Dodgers. They don't play in the Yankees division, league. I mean, so it's like they never really see each other. So then it's like every year you want to root for them, and they just do a little worse than they should. When they should make the playoffs, they don't. When they should win the division, they get the wild card. When they should go far in the playoffs, they lose early.
Yep.
That's just their MO. They're the new Cubs.
What's that?
They're the new Cubs.
You think so?
That's interesting. Yeah.
I can see it. Well, I mean, whoever wins that series, if I even get it, I mean, I don't want to just assume that Cubs win and Dodgers win. But if they do, Cubs are coming to town, Los Angeles. Teeb's going to go to a game. I'm going to duct tape my mouth shut, and I'm going to put on a flak jacket. But I'm definitely going. I'm not scared to go to Dodgers games. I've been to plenty of Dodgers games. I'm not scared to go to a playoff game. I'm scared to go to a Raiders-Falcons playoff game.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't be in the playoffs, but I went to a Raiders-Falcons game, had a Falcons jersey on, maybe for like 10 minutes. These fucking two big-ass dudes walking right by me, like look like Cholo, kind of fucking bald, like look like they belong in a motorcycle gang. And he's like, "Hey, man, you want to zip up that jacket?" And I was like, "Sure as fuck I do." Zip that motherfucker straight up. Bye-bye, Falcons. I was cheering on the off play. So we would make a tackle, and everybody would be clapping for the, 4-yard gain, and I'd be like, good tackle, good tackle. Good. I'm clapping with them, but saying my shit under my breath. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be outwardly cheering on my own.
That's one thing you won't have to worry about in Las Vegas, at least. The fans like that. I mean, it's just going to be fans of other teams mostly when they move.
Probably.
It's going to take a while. Here's what I noticed for Rams games. There's nobody bleeds Rams. So, you start going, whose house? Rams house. They start doing that, but it's like, I don't know, man. You were a fan of a different team fucking 8 months ago.
Yeah, time takes time. Time takes time. You got to start somewhere.
They got to make a playoff run. Even if they don't get to the playoffs, they got to make a run at the playoffs.
You know what's important?
They do that 1 or 2 seasons where you're still in it late, where you still feel like these games matter.
Rams are all right.
You get a fan base.
Rams are all right. Rams are better than I thought they were going to be.
2-1, but they were last year too, and then they went down.
But they look like a different team. They ran such a boring offense last year. And
Goff
looks good. Goff looks good. Gurley's good.
So, but that
Sammy Watkins looks good. Rams could be a fun team to watch. They are going to own this town. The Chargers. Sam brought up an interesting point over the weekend, and I was like, man, I never thought about that, but I actually do think that's the best solution, is Chargers go wind up back in San Diego again somehow.
Yeah.
I want them to keep the cheer going, even if they stay in L.A. San Diego Superchargers. That's such a good cheer.
If anybody
just call it that, just keep doing it.
If any Punch Drunk fan wants to do a drinking game, here's one that I came up with over the weekend. Watch any NFL show, NFL Tonight, on Showtime, Inside the NFL, any NFL Network pregame hour show where they discuss all of the games for the week upcoming or past. And every time they get called the San Diego Chargers, you have to do a shot of whiskey. 4 or 5 times on every show, they still get called the San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah. Every fucking time.
They've been around for so long.
Ain't no one calling the Rams the St. Louis Rams. Never say it. I never hear
Why
it.
don't they just change their team name? The Rams I get. The Chargers, make a new name. Take this chance to sell new jerseys.
Yep. You know what's so dumb that I just found out this weekend? The Rams have these new blue and white helmets, which I like. I like these blue and white helmets that they have. But you're always going, hey, what's with the blue and white helmets? Because you have the old jerseys with still the yellow and the gold and all that on it. You know, the NFL makes you can't just do a complete uniform change. They have really cool jerseys coming that match that helmet, but the NFL says you can't do a full uniform change for 2 seasons so they can sell all the jerseys that they've already produced of your old jersey because no one's buying helmets. It's like, yeah, you can change your helmet, but you got to keep your old jersey for 2 seasons, and then you can change your jersey because they've already produced so many of them that they want to sell every Goff jersey and Gurley jersey in town. So
we should start making rules that you can't trade a star player because we haven't sold out of their jerseys yet.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I mean, that helmet's rad.
Yeah, it is.
And that jersey's it matches their old helmet, which had gold and shit in it. It's
you
stupid.
See what it would be like here with.
Why do you think the ratings have been so far down?
I'll tell you why, bro. Because
I think it was down before Kaepernick, right?
Dude, here's why it's down. How about for the first 3 weeks of the NFL, major cities with teams were destroyed by hurricanes and didn't have electricity?
No, last year.
Oh.
And the year before.
Are you talking about over the last 2 years?
Why the ratings?
I thought you meant this season.
No.
That's why they're down
before
this
the season
season.
started, we already knew they were down.
Well, for a lot of reasons. One, it's ratings. I don't think people are watching individual games. I think a lot of people are watching shows like Red Zone Channel on DirecTV every Sunday. Thank you very much.
You think fantasy has destroyed people watching actual games?
Let's say this. Let's say if you're like, hey, Friday nights, every TV show Friday nights, their ratings are down. But if there was a way you could watch every single show at once, you would. So what's really happening is every fan is watching every single game. People are going to bars and sitting there and playing fantasy and gambling and watching 8 TVs at once instead of sitting at home with their father who's sitting there reading the paper. It's a different era of things. It's an old way to monitor what and how people watch because nobody watches like that.
3 games on total. You get your 1 game early, 2 games late, and if there's another team playing at the same time as your team is the only one. Your home team is the only one on right then.
Yep.
And then the other time, the 1 o'clock, the 4 o'clock, both you have 2 teams, so you can switch back between Fox and CBS.
I know a lot
of people. And that's it. You had the options of 3 total games, and hopefully, when the game you were watching ended, they'd switch you over to another close game.
Yep. So you can easily
say, you're like, had to. Now you're like, yeah, you can watch anything; it's all available. But wouldn't that mean people would more likely watch because then you get your team?
But you could easily say, are we discussing network television ratings being down for the NFL? Because what happens is a lot of people that are diehard fans get the NFL package and, I just want to watch the Bears game and then I'm going to go fuck my wife or whatever. I don't care about the, Cowboys Chargers on Thursday night
But
television.
How would that be different than before?
What do you mean? I'm just saying more people now watch the NFL that way than
ratings would be up then. Then ratings would be up.
I'm saying the network television ratings wouldn't be because
those
are the
be
games.
Down, but overall, football ratings would be up.
I just think it's probably about the same, and just a certain percentage of people have skewed towards watching it in different ways, like the Red Zone or the NFL Network Red Zone, which isn't the original Red Zone. They just jacked our shit. Or,
really?
Oh yeah.
How does that work? By the way, I mean, they took the same name.
Because
they're the NFL.
DirecTV, has $1 billion contract with the NFL, and when that contract came up 4 years ago, we were actually afraid we were going to lose the NFL, which I would have Red Zone. I would have lost that as well. So they negotiate some $1 billion deal with the NFL, and the NFL Network was starting. So the NFL Network was like, "Hey, we are going to, okay, fine, you get the NFL package again, another 8-year contract or whatever, and you can do your Red Zone Channel show. Perfect, that's great. Just so you know, we're starting up an entire network called the NFL Network, and we're going to do our own Red Zone, pretty much jacking every single thing that you do, and it will be on every other platform that isn't DirecTV. So if you have the NFL package through DirecTV, you get also my show, Red Zone Channel. But if you have Comcast cable or whatever regular cable, and you have the NFL Network, they also have a Red Zone.
They call it Red Zone. It's hilarious.
They sure do, yeah.
They're like, we like the name you built up. We'll take that.
Yeah, I mean.
And the entire concept that you guys created. Every single thing about it they took.
Use the concept, but then have to rebrand it, remarket it. No, the marketing you've done, we'll accept that too.
And they're marketing. I mean, they're banking on the confusion, like people being confused and saying, "Oh, I want to watch." Red
People
Zone.
tell me all the time, "I watch you. I watch Red Zone every Sunday." I'm like, "Oh, cool, you got." Oh no, I watch. I'm like, "My enemy." That's shit. I mean, we did this for 10 years and then they took it. But what are you gonna do? They're the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy.
It's not like they're on the same. Like, if you don't have DirecTV or the NFL package, you can't watch my show anyway. But now there is an option that everybody thinks that's the show I work on.
Oh, you can, sir. Believe me.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's a link on Reddit every Sunday. I watch it that way.
Rad.
Yeah, it's great.
I la. I didn't hear that. So
this
that
is great baseball talk, by the way.
I know.
Hey, that was pretty solid baseball talk.
I was confused when it switched. I go, did we just switch sports?
By the way, the ratings were up this week. Actually, the NFL said they were up 3% from last year.
Well, why do you think?
Yeah, because of the protests. People were checking that out.
Yeah. Oh my God, he got so. And I bet if anybody hears, I go, "See, I did it. I raised the ratings of the NFL."
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure he does.
I did what they couldn't do.
I'm sure he does. God, he just drives. I mean, I've never. And I'm not a political person. You've never heard me talk politics or conspiracies or anything like that.
He's the worst.
But he really just gets my blood going.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
I really want to fight him.
Yeah.
I really would love to fight this
I
guy.
think lots of people want to fight him.
But I
don't
mean, I
think you're the
really
only
do.
one.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably.
I just wanna
I'm
fight
sure he makes
anyone
people
over
cry
60.
every day. I bet he makes, and I'm not talking about his assistants or people around him. I'm saying just people in America, and they read the paper and they just start crying.
You watch him New American Horror Story?
I saw the first two, the one about clowns.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about.
Oh,
like
I
she
know.
cries about
You
Trump
know,
all
I don't
the
like
time.
that. I don't
Yeah.
like that they've spun the whole political thing
Yeah.
element in it.
It is pretty scary though.
Yeah, it's really.
Clowns are
I
scary,
hate
man.
clowns, so like it's really good.
Oh, I just met Trump, but yeah.
Oh, Trump and clowns. I'm more scared of
mean,
Trump
yeah.
than clowns, but clowns are scary.
Yeah.
Like if you open your closet, there's just like a clown standing right there. You'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Imagine when I opened it and there was a werewolf. Imagine if there was a clown. I think my heart would stop.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
mean, oh,
Last week when I talked about the werewolf that chased me out of a closet.
Oh yeah, in the haunted house. Yeah.
I think if a clown chased me, my heart would legitimately stop.
oh yeah. I mean, or a werewolf clown.
I'm sure we can find a Photoshop of Trump as a clown.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you can find a Photoshop of him with a fucking dick in his mouth too. Would you let Trump suck your dick, Ari?
Why would you?
For the story.
Just for the fucking Instagram photo.
Yeah. That's crazy enough.
You gotta be like, I swear to God, this is really him.
Yeah, I would do it. What about you?
Oh, of course.
First of all, any old man sucking my dick would be like, wow.
Do you think
You
so?
know, like
Why not an old lady?
that's why I
though?
want to fight him too. I want to fight a 60 plus year old.
Oh, I could get down with that. Would you rather
Yeah.
fight like an old man or like five-year-olds? That's a tough one because five-year-olds would be fun because they keep coming at you. You just keep kicking them
They
in
keep
the
coming
fucking
after
face.
you. Yeah, you get more of a workout. Old man, I think I'd feel bad.
I would too.
5-year-olds, I don't think I'd feel bad.
Me either. They'll get over
bad
it, and their
hitting
bones
kids.
are not as brittle.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I'd feel-
dude. Yeah. go
I
ahead.
mean,
Sorry,
if
keep
he's
up
a,
after this.
I mean, if he was like an evil old man, like he was like an ex-Nazi or like a child molester or something like that.
Still take the kids.
But I would still take the kids, yeah, because they haven't done anything yet, maybe per se, but they're gonna
They're
do
going
something
to, yeah.
stupid.
We got enough people.
I think
anyway.
if it was an old man who's a child molester and you start beating him, it's like, for every punch you throw at me, I'm going to molest one child. Ooh, well played.
yeah, that
You
would.
just have to kill him. Then.
You know what? I'm gonna say that next time I get into a fight. I'm like, hang on, before you hit me, you should just be warned. Every
gonna
time
molest
you
a
punch
child.
me, I'm gonna fuck a child. Like really fuck them good. You know what I mean?
Really mess up their whole childhood. They'll go into adulthood. They'll
Yup.
never get quite right. They'll see a lot of therapy. But
Like a kid with
they'll never
hope.
get quite right.
Not like one of the dumb kids, like a kid that you're like, hey man, he was a straight A student, and then it just went to the skids.
They'll go on to molest children themselves. Who knows how many children you'll cause?
Oh
to be
yeah, for
molested.
generations, your punch will have reverberations.
I mean, just hundreds of years of molestation just from you punching me once. Think about that. I think that's a good angle to do, Ari. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Football.
Dude, I went to see Roger Waters.
Oh, how was that?
Oh wow,
Amazing.
Yeah.
that's great.
It was so good, man.
Where'd you
it
go?
Was so good. Hartford, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Moss got me tickets. He was like, "Hey, I got 2 extra tickets if you want them." So I was like, yeah, "Fuck it." So I took a train out to Hartford.
Who did you go with?
A girl,
Which girl, Ari?
Chrissy. I don't know.
The same one that's always lurking in the shadows after you give her a nice hose down?
No, the Jew broads. Oh, that one. No, that was just a slave for the weekend.
Wow.
last time.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Slave.
Wow.
Where's
let's
the
go.
Jewish girl? What happened to her? She's the one I'm rooting for.
She eventually was like, "So you're never gonna commit, right?" And it was like,
The Jewish
she was
girl?
like, "Yeah, I'm gonna date other people. Then I'm gonna move on." I was like, "Yeah, that seems fair."
She said that to you or you said that to her?
She said it to me, and it was like, "Yeah, it's been a while. I would have by now if I was gonna."
Jeez.
Wow. You are just fucking.
Yeah, she was like, "I got
something
other
else.
guys asking me out." I was like, "I guess go for it."
Well, that if it eventually comes to that, eventually you're
Yeah.
just like, look, man, I mean,
I don't want to hold you
we've been
back.
dicking around like this for a while. Like, is this going somewhere or not? Because if it isn't, I got a fucking line at the door.
Yeah, I was like.
But
"No,
you have
it's okay,
shotgun.
but
You have
let's
shotgun.
keep fucking though. And she was like, "That's probably not gonna happen." I was like, "No, right."
Ari, so what
yeah,
was he?
right.
What was he playing? Was he doing like a theme show, or was it like The Wall? Or something?
No, it was about 75% Floyd and about 25% Roger Waters. But he did something real interesting that I liked. That he was real anti-Trump, but he wasn't just like saying it. He was doing it in his art. So it was like you're tripping out watching these crazy videos that he has up there while he's jamming this weird like
Oh, that's
psychedelic
cool.
stuff, and then he's showing pictures of Donald Trump like quotes would come up that he said, like don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll still come out of this like richer than when I went in. And then like pictures of him like in a little baby car, and then like him like pretty much being held by Putin as a baby. Like he's like Trump's a baby, he's being held by Putin. And then more quotes of like just like, and just like it gets you. We're like, God damn, yes. And he didn't do it in the way of just like saying it like, guys, Trump sucks, doesn't he? Where it's like, get back to your fucking art form. He was doing it in the fucking stuff. It was so psychedelic. It was so fucking cool. He had that flying pig overhead. And this flying pig comes overhead, goes this way, and then it turns back around right in front of us. On the other side, it just shows like a piggy bank. That's all piggy bank.
Yeah.
And it goes to the top. It goes, your tax dollars go in here. And in the middle, it goes, government decides. And then it shows the asshole, and it goes, bombs and death come out here.
So it's a big production, right?
Oh, a huge that guy, I mean, yeah, huge production.
How many
the
people?
Screens would come down, so there's no bad seats. Like you're watching, instead of watching straight from the stage, screens come down from the side, so you can watch that way.
Oh, that's awesome.
What
was the venue? Where was he playing?
The XL Arena in Hartford. I don't know who plays there or whatever, but he's doing mass. If you have a chance to see him in LA, if he hasn't come yet, I mean, go. Take some acid for sure.
Did you take acid?
I took some. I should have taken more. It still got me in moments, but like there was a couple times where I wasn't getting like lost in it, where I was instead just going like, what is he trying to say with all this?
Did
like,
you have
just random images sometimes where it's just like gets you in a mindset? Dude, it was great. I heard too. You know how like when you're a band, you pay for your own production.
Yeah.
So like they give you $100,000 to play, and it's like you can put in $5 worth of production or
that's what
whatever.
I would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
did you see Tebow's concert? There was an actual cheese sandwich sitting on the stool next to him. Amazing.
But I heard the Wall tour, when Pink Floyd toured with the Wall, that it was a break-even tour.
I would
be
be
surprised. They put
surprised.
so much money into production that they were like, yeah, we're not going to make any money.
Because that shit was, I mean, that was insane. I mean, they literally built a wall on stage.
Yeah, and so then it's like, yeah, this was like that. It was like, God damn it, bro. What a fucking show he put on. I was bawling crying. Like, not even tearing up. I mean, like, uncontrollably crying.
Did you get laid?
Multiple times.
Did you get laid?
I got laid earlier that day, and then we left. And then by the time I got home, it was pretty late. So, no. Nice. But sort of yes.
Yeah, you fucked, then went to a concert, did drugs,
Yeah.
came back, paid her for her evening, and she went along back to the streets, right?
No, she slept over.
Oh, geez, Ari's sleeping with hookers over. That's an expensive venture.
You're like, that's risky, man.
You really splurged. Well, no, I mean, you're paying her by the hour, so that's like, you better set that alarm for early, lady. You got to get out at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
That's the
Dude,
girlfriend
if a hooker slept over, and she'd be like, in the middle of the night, like, I'm going to the bathroom, like, I'll walk with you.
Yeah,
Make sure
100%. 100%. No, just, no, you're fine, you're fine. No, I'm not actually going to come in there and watch you pee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just pulling like your fucking watch out of her pussy and stuff. You're like, gosh. Guys, what about gambling? I did not gamble this week. I gave some erroneous advice out this week, so I apologize to Ryan Hill at Don Carlos Taco Shop.
DSI, which you always should bet DSI. I mean, you can go ahead if you want, but I'm telling you, my locks have been fucking locked.
Ari's been locking him in. My locks have been off.
Underdogs.
Yep, Ari's been locking him in.
They're winning outright.
You should be the one tweeting videos about your locks of the week instead of Stam just grab me and be like, bro, let's make this video real quick. I was just naming teams. I think 4 or 5 of them weren't even NFL teams.
You did say the Celtics one time.
Yeah, I think so.
I won $50 2 weeks ago in Arizona, and I won $50 this week on who was the home underdog this week? Why did I forget already?
Cleveland.
Did they win outright? Somebody went outright.
Pittsburgh, Chicago. Chicago won in overtime against Pittsburgh.
Chicago. That's who it was. That's who it was. And it was like,
Bears,
once you get to overtime, you've already won. So then you stop watching.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've been locked. You'll win it 70% of the time, but they've been locks this year.
Well, there's plenty to bet on. We got another UFC coming up, I believe. 2, maybe 17. Is that what's next?
What's our code on BetDSI?
But go to BetDSI, use the code Punch25. That's what it is. Code Punch25. That gets you $25 to gamble with. We're literally giving you money to gamble with. You don't even have to gamble with your own money.
See the spreads for next week. Do something useful.
Yeah,
That's not my job anymore. I don't even know what language you just said.
Yeah.
The spreads for what
Hey,
sport?
all she heard was spread. All she heard
You
was
want
spread.
football or that UFC, Ari?
Let's go
Football,
NFL. Let's see what we're
football.
talking about. Yeah, the UFC's not for a while. Let's get some people some
Let's see
money.
if it's a lock that we can all get in on.
Let's get some people some money this week. And we'll talk UFC maybe in a little bit, but that fight's not even coming up right now. So I'm excited for this week of football. Falcons Bills. That's going to be a sexy one.
Bills beat the fucking Colts. Not Colts. They built the other Broncos.
It's going to be in Atlanta. I don't know if I would touch that. I just hate betting on my own team.
Not a good idea. You're already rooting hard enough. You don't need the extra incentive.
Yep. Yes. Use code punch25 at betdsi.com, and that gets you $25 to gamble with, and they will double whatever your initial investment is, which is.
What are the BetDSI Ari Shaffir locks of this week? Woodward.
Let's see what. We're looking at the schedule.
Yeah, let's see.
Packers Bears Thursday night game at Green Bay.
At Green Bay, and what?
Oh, I don't know.
You're looking for home dogs, right?
Home dogs.
Let's see. Bengals Browns. Bengals are banged up too. 2.5 points.
Yeah, Browns are getting 2.5
Bigger.
points.
What are the biggest point spreads?
8 points. The Cowboys are at home though.
Rams at Cowboys, 8 points for you.
Lions and Vikings is off the board right now. 8.5.
By the way, I would take the Rams in that. That's not a lock, but I would take the Rams in that.
Because you want the points.
Panthers are getting 8.5 points at New England.
I don't like that.
I don't know.
I don't like that.
I wouldn't touch that one.
Jags are giving 4.5 at the Jets. That's probably your home team right there. The Jets are getting 4.5 points from the Jaguars.
Who are the Jaguars? We know who the Jets are. Garbage. Jaguars are 2-1, but have played like shit.
Dude, I've never been more surprised waking up after a early game and seeing that fucking score, that Ravens score.
Yeah, I got to work, by the way, because the London games out here start at 6 a.m. That is not a joke. That is no joke. In Los Angeles, the London games are at 6 a.m. So, you want to know another reason ratings are down? How about having games in London that start at 6 a.m.? You know who watched that in America? Nobody.
9 a.m. in the
Nobody.
East Coast, right? Yeah.
It's 9 a.m. for you, which is also early as fuck for a fucking NFL game. They should make that a goddamn night game or whatever. Make it out somewhere so it's on like prime time during the week.
I'd like to see because those games, especially because it is us when they do the national anthem. I'd like to see the players stand for that one because it's like we're here in another country. We're not going to show like, hey, we don't support it. But then when they play the UK, the English national anthem, everyone's
take a knee.
Yeah, so Ari, that's your biggest home dog is the Jets playing the Jaguars. Jaguars giving
no lock then.
Points.
No lock then.
Okay.
So your closest lock is Rams. Take 8.5.
I would take the Rams with 8.5 at Dallas. But that's not a lock. I'd say that's 60%.
It's only 8. It's not 8.5.
I like it.
Okay.
I like that.
The Cowboys just, I don't know. They're good.
Rams have a good defense. They're drinking Goff's Kool-Aid. They're drinking Goff's Kool-Aid. I'll, you know what? I will make that my pick as well. Rams.
I don't like betting against the Cowboys, but that's.
I think the Rams can upset the Cowboys. I think the Rams can beat the Cowboys in Dallas.
I think you can suck my dick.
I think I would if it was here.
I bet that goes down too. You want to get that bet in fast because I think this line will change. It seems like a lot, right? 8.
Well, especially if we hear of any suspensions or anybody gets hurt or any kind of. Injury reports aren't even out yet.
8.
Usually the line will change on Thursdays or Wednesdays it's Thursday. Everybody has to get their injury report come out. And then you find out who is and isn't available.
Can we get BetDSI to make a bet on whether Bert Kreischer stays sober for October?
Oh, October? I heard about October.
October.
Yeah,
October.
I think that he can. He's got that mindset.
Too, but I want to put some line on that. I want to put some money on that. I'd like BetDSI if they could to figure out what the line is and make it.
Hey, maybe they can. They've been able to do everything else for us. They're great. You're really a fool if you bet. If you listen to this show and you have an online gambling site that you use that's not betdsi.com, you're a fool. It's literally free money to gamble with. Free money. Who doesn't want that? I do.
Dude, my favorite thing to bet is Friday night at Commerce or Hollywood Park, or Hollywood Park's done now, I guess, or Hustler Casino, mostly Commerce. When the drunk Mexicans would come in, It was payday.
Yep.
They're fucking lit up, and they have money galore, and they're just throwing it down on Jack 4, throwing it down on fucking 9-7 suited. It's just like, God, those guys can't wait to give away their cash. And every time they win a hand, it's like, yes, because that just means they're more like, I can do this. Oh, gambling's fun.
There is very few things in this world when it comes to gambling, especially, that I love more than sitting in the same seat at a blackjack table for a day and a half.
Hours. Yeah, and just free drinks.
Dude, you're just chilling. You get up to piss. You know what I mean?
Don't you get
Yeah,
hungry?
just like leave my chips
They
here.
bring you food. It's great.
Oh, they do.
They'll bring you whatever the fuck you want as long as you're handing them
As
cash.
long as you're playing, you get free everything.
Yeah. Some of my greatest, and I'm not a guy I don't do a lot of betting. When I do, I use BetDSI. But
that's punch 25.
I'm not, punch 25. Hey, is Fighter in the fuck face giving you guys free fucking money? I apologize. I'm not a poker guy. Oh, you guys love poker, man. Remember when they used to have all those like till 4 or 5 in the morning, people would be playing poker at the Comedy Store.
Oh yeah, when they had a casino in the back.
Yeah, they had not Huck.
The bartenders were
Huck.
like, hey, we need you guys. They're like 10 minutes. Like people want drinks, like 10 minutes.
Yep. And just everybody be playing.
Ordered.
Yeah, like for decent money. I was out on all that. I'm out. But man, there's nothing I like more than playing blackjack all fucking night.
What happened to that? How long ago was that?
I don't know.
7, 8, 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years ago maybe.
It's pre rebirth.
Oh yeah, it was when it was dead. It was dead back then. Oh, way pre rebirth. Way. Yeah. That was like Mitzi was almost around every now and then. That's right when she stopped coming around as that much. Duncan was town coordinator back then.
Oh my God, we bought a felt. Somebody bought a felt, and they just ran blackjack in the back. They put it on one of those long tables and like put your bets down.
Yep.
Like
different people.
Crazy.
Whoever had money would be like, "I'll be the house," and you would just either get housed or you would fucking rake in cash.
That's awesome.
Rake in cash, and everyone else got to play. It was fun to play.
Doing $5 hands, just $5 hands. You know, everybody have. You know, I'm like, shit, man. I got 6 hands on me. They're like, cool.
Yeah.
What a debaucherous
It's so hard to walk
place.
away from blackjack when you've won like a hand or two, and now
yeah.
you're like up $60, $100. It's so hard to be like, that's good. That really just pays for my trip tomorrow. I eat for free and walk away. It's like impossible.
I sat at a blackjack table once for, well, you know how they rotate dealers, like, you know, in the pit. They'll go from table to table to table.
Yeah.
3 different people I burned through their shifts. So like a guy left, came home the next day, the next morning, and I was still sitting there for his next shift.
No way.
Absolutely. I didn't.
Do you do cocaine then?
How
Absolutely.
long was that? How many hours?
They pump in oxygen. You can stay up when you're gambling.
Oh, I was at the same seat for at least 15, 16 hours.
Wow.
Oh, I'd love to smell that seat.
Oh, yeah, right?
Get a good, like...
Of course, of course. But, dude, I actually did really quite well that night. I mean, I made a couple grand.
Really?
Couple grand.
Damn.
Couple grand, $10 table. The thing you got to do is you got to get at a $10 table early enough, because then when they switch to $25 later at night, like 10 o'clock, they'll make all the tables more expensive. But if you got there and it was a $10 table, it's a $10 table for you all night.
Really? So when they switch, you're grandfathered in?
Yes, you're grandfathered in.
No way, really?
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
100%. 100%. They'll
Like
put a
that
little
guy, like that guy Hunter on the Caps who was like, I'm not wearing a helmet.
They'll put a marker by your thing that lets them know that you're grandfathered in at the, you know, because you've been sitting so long.
I don't ever want to get up. I had this
It's
extra
exactly
thing.
right. It's exactly
like
right.
Marina not leaving that apartment.
Exactly right. And if I win 5 hands in a row, I bet low. And if I lose 5 in a row, I bet big. And every time splits, blackjacks, and double downs, any of those 3 things where it's time and a half or what have you, that money, every blackjack, split, or double down, I put in my pocket permanently.
You buy insurance when the dealer
It depends how much I have out there. I don't buy insurance on a $10 bet.
Okay.
But if for some reason
like,
I got a $50 bet and my money's getting low, I'll get insurance.
Okay.
But yeah, and then when I walk away after X amount of hours, I just count how much money's in my pocket.
That's nice.
Once my initial thing is gone, you know what I mean?
That's
If you can get your original money back, put that in your pocket, and now this is all house money. Then
Free
it's like,
play.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, is be playing
Never
with
reach back
their
in my
money.
pocket.
Yes.
And if your last bet is $5 and you have fucking a 9 deuce and they have a 6, you're like, yeah, I'm not doubling down because I don't have anything left.
Yeah, if you just play straight up real blackjack, just exactly what you're supposed to do. You know, they say that those professional blackjack players, there's people that are pro black. I mean, that's what they do. They just go to
you know when there's
casinos
a lot of
and
tens out.
they're there from 10 to 10, and that's all they do is play straight up blackjack. They say you can make about $75 to $100 an hour.
Can you do that without card counting?
Well, it depends what kind of shoe it is. If they don't have the
like a
automatic
single deck,
shuffle,
yeah.
and if they're you don't want to play single deck, that's fucking dangerous shit. But it's usually a 5 or 7 deck shoe. If they're discounting the cards and it's not in the auto shuffle, you can count aces and tens.
Yeah, you get aces and tens. You just go +1, -1. So anytime a 10 comes out, you go +1. Anytime some other comes out, you go -1. And so that way, when it's minus a lot, you're like, now I know a lot of 10s are left.
Yes.
So I can pretty much not guarantee, but more likely guarantee what's underneath their hole.
Yep.
So you bet bigger. And when a lot of 10s are already gone, so you have like 3s, 9s, 7s all out. It's like now I don't know what's going on. I only bet like a little now.
Yeah, and it's also you can use that exact same strategy in the same way of not guessing what's under the dealer's card, what's coming too. So if I want to do something crazy like a double down, if I have a $100 hand and I got an 11, and I know there's not that many 10s left in there, and there's only 30 cards left before they fucking.
And he's got a 9 showing.
Yep, I'm not gonna throw $200 down and then get a 6. Yeah. But if I know there's a shitload of 10s left, and I want to do something crazy like a $200 a double down or something, I'm like, fuck it, man, fuck it.
The odds are in my favor.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Blackjack to me is one of the few games in Vegas that if you play right and smart, you could at least like, wow, man, I sat there for fucking 8 hours. I'm hammered for free and met a lot of people, and essentially it didn't cost me $1.
You can find a poker room too that'll take care if it's a good poker room that you can play hold'em for
Scares
that
me.
long too.
Poker scares me.
Poker I played for that long. Poker I played from
too,
the left. Not that long, but I know people that have
Close to that.
professionals played like 3 days.
I just have no poker face. Like I look at my cards and I start laughing and shit.
I have
You know what I
all
mean?
of that. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I can't be cool. Like I can sit
My
at
poker face.
Let's see
My
it.
poker face actually looks exactly like Lady Gaga.
Oh, that's really fucking strange. That would be great if you could just morph your face into that. The other great thing about blackjack is it's a social game.
Yeah.
You can sit there and talk to fucking all 6 other
You're all
people
on
at
the
your
same
table.
team.
You're on the same team. So give each other advice, help each other out, maybe fuck.
Yeah, you hit a double down, you hit a split, and then double down on each of them. Everyone's like, dude,
Everybody's
yes,
clapping,
yes.
high-fiving. Yeah, poker, it's like, everyone's like your enemy, and I can't, I look at my cards, I just start laughing. Like one time I was playing poker, I go, you got to be kidding me. This card is horrible. 3 of clubs?
Well, sometimes in blackjack though, you get the drunk guy who thinks that you're getting his card. If you sit down,
yeah.
that's really annoying. He's like, oh, if I
You ruined the deck.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
ruined it.
Yeah.
Why'd you hit
You
that?
know what? You know what? That's why you don't sit at a $1 table or a $5 table, because that's the kind of garbage people you get. You want to play blackjack with class, you pay for it. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sit at a $25 table. Now everybody there is playing for real shit. They're not just throwing away their goddamn rent money like some dumbass.
Yeah.
You got to play. You want to play? Play. That's my goddamn point.
Yeah.
So, fantasy football, everybody. Teeb just made a blockbuster trade in our league. Pull up our league and let's see if, once again, Ari knows, 1, if he won or lost. 2, even though we've told him 2 weeks in a row, who is on Ari's team.
It'll be
Now, once again, just so you know, the rules of this game, we've already told Ari 2 weeks in a row who's on his team.
That's true. Yeah.
We've also told him whether he won or lost each week, so he knows the answer, but does he know the answer? Ari.
Well, no one told me if I won this week, but obviously if I can look.
Clearly could look
I do know
on anything you have.
Dak Prescott is not my quarterback.
Yes, we established that because you were happy that he might have been. Yeah, I know, right? It's a real stumper. It's almost virtually impossible to know this because we've told you every week.
For all the people listening, it's not about players or your specific lineup. It's about overall winning the season. So I'm not concerned with the minutia that a lot of
this is Ari's team?
middling type fantasy players are worried about. I'm more it's a money ball situation with me. I cannot name a single player. No.
Not one? Well, you got beat 77-102. Anthony Johnson put a thumping on you.
Oh yeah, because no, we did that on purpose this week because with all the talk about the black experience in America, we just felt it wasn't
literally not a word about that spoken. The black experience in America, not a word spoken about that.
Yeah,
No wonder Ryan O'Neal wants
that's
to
what
beat
they're
you
kneeling
up.
about. That's what they're kneeling about. And we just felt it wasn't proper. So if you'll notice my lineup, I sat some people who could have given me more points.
You did, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor. No.
These guys, Doxson and Britt.
You never
probably
would have
could.
started Dotson over Fitzgerald or Crowder.
No. We realized he wasn't gonna get as many.
Kenny
points
Britt's
as Doxson.
garbage, by the way.
But we're like, you know what? Let's just keep it as is, and let's let Anthony Johnson do it. So now Anthony Johnson, your experience in America as a black person, we're even now.
Funny enough, ironically enough, Anthony Johnson does have Dak Prescott.
This is not Anthony Johnson, by the way. This is Tyler.
Oh, it just says it. Oh, that's right. He took over his team. That's right. Yeah. So that's T. Dobbs who butt fucked you. Tyler. So.
Oh wait, we lost to T. Dobbs, not Anthony Johnson.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We got some bad info.
Who's
I
actually
would've won if
white?
it
Who's
wasn't
actually
that.
white? Who's actually white?
Then we would have won if it wasn't for that. That's bullshit.
Wow. Well, I find that hard to believe. Wow, he's actually got a solid team. He's got David Johnson, who's hurt for 9 weeks or something.
Yeah, he's the one that made that trade for Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
What has happened with Zeke now?
He'll be fine. Once
I mean,
again,
what's happening?
I mean, he had a decent game last night.
Yeah, he was all right. 15 points.
15
No,
points.
with the suspension. No, last night he was great.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. October 2nd, the NFL or the Court of Appeals, appellate court, will be making their final announcement as to whether the NFL ruling will be upheld or this injunction will continue. Blah 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 blah. So basically,
I like it now because if he does have to serve it, it's like, yeah, get some games in when you're healthy and rest it, then rest for 6 weeks, then serve this, then to come back all rested for the playoffs.
Well, I mean, do you make the playoffs?
Hopefully it's like 3
without him?
games, and it's like, yeah, we don't want to lose those games, but we have a decent backup, and if we can get it during a stretch where we can still make the playoffs, doesn't hurt us.
I think if he gets it, he gets it. I think it's either going to be. I think it's going to be all 6 or it's going to be nothing.
Really?
I think so. I mean, I don't have any like inside info or anything like that. It's just
Doesn't
my
it sure
gut
seem-
feeling.
Yeah. Doesn't it really seem like they're really not being fair on this one? With refusing to interview like the victim.
It's weird.
With refusing to interview the person who interviewed the victim.
It's weird. The NFL is very gun shy when it comes to after the Ray Rice thing, man. It's such a goddamn taboo thing, as it should be. You shouldn't, be knocking women out in elevators. Now, again, we don't know what she said to deserve that. It could have been anything.
Yep.
It could have been.
Shut up, Nanny.
It could have been anything. He could have, she could have been like, hey, sorry, it took me an extra 2 minutes to make the sandwich, but I didn't toast. I was trying to toast it.
Yeah.
Well, you should have thought about that before, right?
Yeah.
Bam!
Yeah. Oh, they weren't toasted 20 minutes ago?
I know, exactly. How about you get up a little earlier? I mean, so,
The move.
but yeah, he clearly knocked her out and then dragged her out of an elevator like a caveman. So the NFL's a little dicey about how they fucked that up in the past. Wow,
It's a
Ari.
good angle.
You're going bald.
Oh, yeah, right?
Look at that. Wow. I like it, though. You should grow that shit out and you'd look like Jim Ignatowski.
Jim Drew? Oh.
Remember him on Taxi? He was also in Back to the Future, the scientist.
Christopher Lloyd.
Egon.
Christopher Lloyd, yeah.
Yeah, it should be like,
What's
it
happening?
should be like, down to like there.
Yeah, you should do the LeBron James, just draw it in with a Sharpie. Look.
Does he do that?
I mean, I've seen photos and memes of him
He's got something going on.
doing
for
it or
sure.
whatever. But he's owning his baldness now.
Your favorite friend of mine, or my favorite friend of yours,
Boone Shakalaka?
Theo.
Oh, Theo Vaughn?
Got a hair transplant for a
Did he really?
non-balding head. Did you hear about that?
I asked him about the neck thing
Oh,
when I
what?
saw him the other night that you told me about.
What did he do?
There's two
yeah,
different
man.
things.
Oh man, you got yourself a nice neck. That's what he said to me.
He's extending his neck like the Africans. Like he thinks he's got a short neck. And
Yeah, man. I got no neck, man. I got neck problems.
So he said this. He confirmed it, right?
Yeah, man. I got the children's size one. I'm gonna start that with that one, and then I'm gonna go stretch it out with the adult ones after that.
And then on yesterday's podcast, he confirmed that he got hair transplant surgery. So he cut off some of his mullet and got it transplanted. to the front because he wants to look like a lion.
He's so stupid. He wants to look like a lion.
How do you think he might say that?
Yeah, man, I'm trying
That's
to lion
hilarious.
up. Trying to lion up, homeboy. Trying to get my lion on.
He said that he went to the store with his head all bandaged up and that none of you asked him what was wrong and there's no hospitality in
He's so
California.
stupid. That
He
is
said
not
his
true at
whole
all.
head was caused.
I just saw him the other night, and he didn't even look like a lion at all. I asked him about this goddamn neck thing, and he confirmed, yeah, man, I got the
Well, I
children,
think
children's
he just
size
got
first.
because this was yesterday's podcast. So I think he like just did it over the weekend, and he went and did a spot with like gauze all over.
So he went to the store Sunday night, wrapped up like a mummy, and no one said anything to him?
He said that one person. He's like, "Why did no one ask me?" And he's like, "They thought it was a tennis headband."
Jesus Christ. What is wrong with this boy?
He's my favorite friend of yours. He's so weird.
Oh, fuck. You hear that, Ari? Oh, yeah, he is the best. I mean, it's just, yeah,
He's
man,
great.
trying to lion up, man, trying to get my, get my mane going.
His hair's already so stupid. I can't picture him
He's
lying.
the best, dude. Trying to
His, hair,
look
his
like a
mullet
lion.
is like crazy now. It's
Well,
crazy.
That's God's work right there. That's God's.
How's that God's work, Theo?
Yep, that is God. God gave me what He gave me.
That sounds like it.
Ain't nothing else I can do, man. Just trying to.
Well, that's not true because he's trying to extend that neck.
Yeah, it's totally not.
Yeah, but that's where the good Lord had, went amiss.
He also said when he was little, he got his like dick hole extended.
Yeah, that's right. I did it myself with the jaws of
Like
life.
Huckleberry Finn or something.
He really is like, he just has. I loved when he was like, yeah, man, I used to work in the wishing well industry.
Yeah.
You know what that means? He had to. That's two guys paid him as a child to go down into the well and clean the garbage out from it. Like
What?
Yeah.
there's like no water down there. It's just this big ass thing
My
that.
favorite job is how he had to get birds away from a guy's afro with a tennis racket.
So stupid. Fuck, man. Yeah, listen to Theo Vaughn's podcast as well.
It's
if you
so
guys
funny.
aren't aware of who we're talking about. It's a very hilarious
Allegedly.
comic. Yeah, man, he's just the
Allegedly
best.
podcast.
The best.
No,
He's
he has
so-
his own that's called This Past Weekend where he just rambles.
Either allegedly or this past weekend. Our good friend Theo, who's going to be at the All Things Comedy Festival, which we will all be at. It sounds like.
I thought you couldn't get work off.
I'm gonna come back Saturday,
I'm done Saturday. I'm leaving Sunday.
and I gotta be back like Saturday night though, so I'm gonna do Thursday, Friday, and we'll do probably a live punch on Friday, and there's a couple different venues that we'll all be doing stand-up at. So if anybody is in the Phoenix area, please come to the All Things Comedy Festival. Are you gonna be there?
I will be there.
Nice. Are you bringing what's her face?
I'm leaving her at home.
Oh,
man.
look
Because
who's
of
getting
animals
some
like
pussy.
this.
Well.
Wow.
We should have
He's a
Aaron.
man after all.
Aaron should fuck that one girl that Tripley and I had sex with.
For sure.
Jumbo tits.
Oh, man.
Mem-
Jumbo tits.
Remember her?
How the fuck just happened?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
You look
that's-
fine on our end. We see you.
No, they opened up my chat on the side.
Ari, do you have any
Sure.
dates or anything? What time is it? Oh,
It's 12:30.
I just put my oh, here it is. My next year's tour on sale. The Wilbur in Boston and Foxwoods in Connecticut and Providence. So those are my first dates I'm announcing. And Denver, I'm doing storytelling shows in Denver with a bunch of people. Sean Patton is the first one announced, and there'll be others.
Uh-huh.
So go to arithegreat.com for all those. But yeah, nothing specific. I would like to make an announcement for something else.
Ooh, go for it. I'm excited for this.
I'm starting
Hang
a
on.
new campaign.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
What is that? You got your boner ready?
No, just wanted to interrupt you.
Oh. I'm starting a new campaign that seems to be taking off. I mentioned it offhand, but I really like it. It's, how these comedians are constantly preaching all the time. Nobody likes it. We had to deal with that on Facebook, where all your friends started preaching through the whole election cycle. No matter who you are, you got annoyed by the election cycle. And it continues to happen. And I want comedians to fucking be funny. Express yourself in a funny way.
Sure.
So anytime you see a comic, doesn't matter what the topic is. It's not about like whether they say something about politics, but when they don't even make an attempt at being humorous, when they just go, fucking Trump, I hate this guy, that's not good enough for my comedians. So I want you to reply. Don't tag me. Don't do anything like that. Just reply. Go, oh my God, that's so hilarious. This is why you're the comic I love. When there is no attempt at comedy, forget about the topic. when there's no attempt to, and not when they're promoting something or when they're just saying like, hey, does anyone know how to do this? When you're actually using Twitter for what it should be as a community. But when you're just preaching for the sake of preaching just to get likes and you're not using your comedic talent in any way, you should respond to that person with like tons of exclamation points. You're hilarious. These tweets are the reason I think you're the funniest comic in the country. Shit like that.
Ari,
really embarrass them.
You need a hashtag so people can easily search for this.
People do hashtag it. Make comedians funny again? That's it. Make comedians funny again. But you don't even have to put that because that kind of gives it away. You can if you want, but really it's just to embarrass them. If I put out a serious, and I've done it too, if I put out a serious tweet like this fucking Trump, he's the fucking worst president we've ever had, I want people going, hey, you got to be a comedian for that?
Yeah.
I mean, I want that to be a passive-aggressive way for them to say that to me, to hold me accountable. Be like, you know what? I am a comedian. I could do this in a funny way. I should do this in a funny way. I've trained for fucking 18 years in comedy. Of course I can make this point in comedy. The way Roger Waters did in his show.
Hey, you left your cupboard open. You left your cupboard open.
Yeah. Left what?
Your cupboard open.
Yes, I did. So that's all. Join me in helping me make comedians actually be funny again.
I like that. It's like Make America Great Britain again.
There you go. Exactly.
So Sam's just
and don't do it if you don't find the joke funny.
People.
Oh, that'll set Sam off.
Yeah, Sam's just gonna get in a bunch of fights with people then.
Sam for sure will.
He definitely tweets.
For sure, Sam's one of the chief people like fucking up with this.
Yeah.
Where it's like, Sam, we like you because you're a stand-up comedian. Be funny.
I think he's trying to change careers to conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, he's doing good at it.
So much of that stuff he tweets to is just such bullshit.
He's doing really good at
bullshit.
I mean, like one Google search unravels the whole thing. He'll tweet like the fake quotes and stuff that people send him. It's
Ari, I found a so go to Ari's website, check out all his dates. His tour's coming up. I like the poster for it, The Traveling Jew. It's very funny.
Wandering Jew tour.
What is it? Wandering Jew. Yeah. And come check us out at All Things Comedy Fest. I found an old date.
You got some dates, don't you?
Yeah, I did. I found an old one, which really made me laugh. So I'm going to go. So here's some other dates that I have. I'm at Moose Knuckles on Christmas morning for their big feed the homeless, then kick them out the door breakfast.
Oh, that's not bad.
Guess which side of the counter I'll be on. Hope it's delicious. Then I'm playing dubstep on a tuba every 6th Monday of each month over adjacent to the Hollywood Bowl. That's prestigious. Then I'm judging the big face punch at the Why Didn't You Go Fuck Yourself festival in Jersey last July. So don't sign up for that. It's over. Then, good news. I have a big announcement here apparently too, Ari.
oh boy.
I sold a cool game show called Someone Called 911. Where the pilot episode is we get a blind guy hammered, and then he swears to God that he can catch a lawn dart with his face. Hey, that sounds like a good reason to call 911. So this should go good. We also have a guy wearing a chum bathing suit, and a 10-time black belt champ fights an elderly man who's also blindfolded and has no arms. So all kinds of reasons. All kind of reasons to call 911 right there. So those are my dates. And check out Sammy. He's in Reno. If you're in the Reno area, he's there all this weekend.
Oh, he's dodging our fight there. That's where he was supposed to be.
And he's in Vegas next weekend.
Supposed to fight.
He'll be in Vegas next weekend.
He couldn't have been in Vegas this weekend. We could have fought.
Maybe he could have switched the gigs and got his face punched in. I don't know. But I do know there is a replacement fighter just waiting for you. And his name is Ryan O'Neal. And he's coming in next week to talk about it. Well, if anybody's interested about it, go ahead and tweet at Ari. You're a funny comedian.
He knows how to fight. I'm not interested in that. Obviously, he can beat me. I'll tell you right now, he can beat me. It's a dumb fight. He can beat me.
I heard that he leg kicked Renazizi so hard that Renazizi was fucked up.
That what?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
Because Renazizi was like, dude, you're not gonna fight Ari, whatever. Like Ari, whatever. And then Renazizi was like, you leg kick me. Go ahead and leg kick me.
When was that?
I don't know. That's what somebody was telling me. And then O'Neal leg kicked Renazizi like way harder than he thought he was gonna get leg kicked. And he was like limping around for like a long time. And he's like, that's just hilarious. A little taste of what I'm gonna do to Ari.
Yeah, I have no interest in that fight.
I mean, O'Neal doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would go crazy in a fight or anything.
Yeah, whatever.
He's really calm. He doesn't have any anger issues.
He's very calm.
Like he'd go too far and then also bring a knife.
He spent
He
his whole
always
life in
has
the
a
woods.
knife on him, so somebody
Oh.
has to take the knife off of him for sure.
Somebody's got to take his knife away. No, not in America. I fight with my knife.
Oh yeah, he's the kind of guy that always has trouble with metal detectors. You know what I mean? Anywhere he's gonna go, he's like, fuck yeah, I got a knife on me, I got a gun on me, I got a fucking.
Well, we went to the Rams
blow
game.
dart.
He's like, "Do I have to leave my knife in the car?" Like, yeah, for sure they're gonna stop you from taking your knife in.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna do anything with
What's
it.
he
Dumbass.
doing? Is it self-defense knife or is it just for like cutting
It's
string and stuff?
It's
with him, it's an all-purpose
Yeah,
knife.
he's crazy.
It could be anything.
no, I think it's self-defense knife, but in the meantime, you can use it to open stuff.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but he's just waiting for an opportunity to use it to not open stuff. He's
uses
waiting for
a
an
knife.
opportunity to open bellies.
He uses a knife against his girlfriend's throat. Like, that's how he gets off, too, though. Like, he literally uses it for everything.
Yeah.
Really?
See,
I
he
love
used-
that.
He uses his knife to come. That's really loving knives.
He talks about this on his podcast. I'm not saying secret.
If you use a knife to come, you really are a knife person.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
way into that.
And now I know what to get him for Christmas. Or you just disappeared.
Sorry, I just found a fucking back of an earring.
Well. And I
I
know
have no
whose
idea
ears
whose-
aren't pierced. Yours.
I have no idea whose it is, but it's somebody's.
Just throw it away because we get jealous of shit like that.
But what if I can find the
no,
girl whose it actually is?
You should travel to every
No, it won't
apartment
work
in New
that
York
easily.
City and see if that's
Not
their
worth the
earring
guess.
back.
And plus, it's just the back of an earring. It's not like the front of her earring that she'll miss.
It's
She's
Did you
fine.
get
gesture,
replacement
though.
backs?
It's
Yeah.
just
Did
the
you get
gesture.
replacement backs real easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a stapler.
I don't even wear
Yeah,
the
just throw
backs
it
of
away
my
then.
earrings.
You just staple it to
You don't
your
wear them?
ear.
They just stay in there.
Yeah, because I think they look ugly. I think it makes it look bulky, so I just put my little diamonds in.
You put your
And
little
then it just-
diamonds
They
in.
don't fall
Does
out.
it doesn't fall out?
Sometimes in my sleep, but like they're just on the pillow.
Oh, why don't the backs have stuff on them?
Because maybe they should, so they're pretty. Because otherwise
Yeah,
they
they're
just
pretty,
look.
go pretty on both sides.
What a
yeah,
great idea.
It just looks bulky. That's
What
why
a great
I
idea.
Hey, let's give Renzizi
Thank you.
on that. I'll get him to get my research team behind it.
I'm
I'll
sure
just give
Tracy
50
would like that.
50
Pretty
grand.
earrings, double-sided.
double-sided like dildos.
Yeah, get both ways.
Ass to ass.
So I made a blockbuster trade in our league that you don't even know about, Ari.
Yeah.
Wait. First, so we're doing a punch drunk at the All Things Comedy Festival?
That's what I'm understanding.
Hell yes. Okay, good.
I'm understanding that there's 4 or 5 venues, and we are doing sets individually at different venues. You know, I don't know if we're on the same shows or not, or what have you. I believe
We
I'm
should
doing.
have some sort of.
I believe I'm
we should
doing
have
2
some
or
sort
3
of,
sets, and I believe we are collectively doing a punch drunk.
We should have, if we do a punch drunk, I think we should. Hopefully, people come to that. We should have some sort of like athletic event. Like we obviously we can't have a basketball there. We can have free throw shooting contest during it, but like maybe a putting green if somebody brings one of those, or like something that we can actually play against each other in front of people.
Darts. Y'all don't want none of that, though. Y'all don't want none of
Yes,
that.
I'll crush you in that for sure. I'd
Are you
beat
good
in
at what is it? Cricket? That's what it's called, right? Cribbage? It's cricket. Isn't that
Cribbage?
cribbage? That's the dart game?
Oh, cricket. Yeah, cricket.
Yeah. We could easily get down. Like, some sort of bar game like that. Because they could see the darts from the, like if we're doing shuffleboard or something like that, they can't really see it. Darts they could see. Plus, we could throw the darts at the audience.
Oh yeah, dart them up. Dart them up.
I don't think they're gonna let weapons in this venue.
Oh, yeah.
How are you gonna get past security?
I mean, it's just
We
darts.
gotta have some people come with some bag of bets
Billiards.
for us, for themselves, some audience bag of bets. If you guys have bag of bets, we can pay it off right then.
Yeah, like the fly
We can
swatter
do our
one. That was
push-ups
great.
Kind of shit. Fly
San-
swatter to the back.
San Diego fly swatter one was epic. I swung this thing like Barry Bonds. I'm transferred weight.
You do
I
look
swung it like
diabolical
a
in the
fucking
photos.
base. 2-hand. I choked up on this motherfucking thing. You could
You
just
nailed
watch
it.
him just welt up. He instantly
And you
like
didn't-
had a, just like, oh, slowly but surely a fly swatter just appears across his chest.
And you didn't hit him like sideways, where it's like hit like this and then went in. It was
No,
just like
it was straight
flush,
slap.
like a
Yep.
belly flop.
Mm-hmm. That was 100%
Oh,
right.
such a good hit.
Guys, if you're doing any fantasy football, why not go to our friends at playdraft.com. Draft.com, or not .com, draft the app, the app draft, and it gives you daily fantasy. You can play for straight up cash, homie. You against
It's
the
fun.
world. It's fun,
It's
right?
fun. You just draft a team that day.
Yep.
That's your team for the weekend. and then when the weekend's over, the game's over. There's no more trades. There's no trades. It's just the draft.
You're just picking your team for the week.
If you fuck up and have a player get injured, they'll be like, no, that guy's not playing, and they'll fucking substitute it for you.
Yep.
That's the best.
Yeah, and then exactly. So you could play. There's all kinds of tiers of levels that you can play at, but you're playing for straight up money, honey. And
then it's fun too because you end up going like, well, I want to. Let's say you draft Ezekiel Elliott high, but if they're playing Denver this week, then you're like, oh, he's not as valuable now because they have a shut down defense.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So you have to like rearrange it based on like who they're actually playing that week.
Yeah, and I love these weekly ones because if you're in a team like my Comedy Store team, I'm benching everybody on my team. By the way, you're all benched at the Comedy Store. The Falcoholics of the Comedy Store, you're all benched.
What do you mean? What kind of team do you
have? Because I want them to think about what they've been doing. I want my players to wonder, am I starting for the Falcoholics this weekend or not? Because I'm a little unsatisfied with what they've been doing.
What's your record?
1-2.
That's not very good.
No shit, fuckface. What's your record in Punch Drunks? You don't even know.
2-1.
Yeah, I think so. I think you are 2-1. Is he?
I don't think so.
But anyways, so go to draft because here's what's great about that. You don't like your team, you got a brand new one next week. Somebody gets injured and you're like, oh, I lost this guy for a year. Nope, you only lost him for 1 week. Use code PunchDrunk and that gets you free admission to play. Guess what? Win some cash there too. All we're doing is giving you people free money to use all of our sponsors. They're literally paying you to play. What's that, Fighter and the Kid? No, you don't do stuff like that? You guys just drive your Porsches to your helicopters?
Oh,
not
that's
us.
So interesting. You don't care about your fan base.
Not us.
They have a lot of promo codes. It's almost like 30 minutes of the show. It's
Zip
really
your
boring.
pie hole.
It's too much.
Lean back and think about what
They
you've
sold
done.
out. They
You're
sold
bench too. Candace,
Take a dick, whore.
Candace is now on the bench of the Falcoholics
They're
as
like
well.
Mark Maron when they start out with like 15 minutes of ads before they even do the intro. It's
You know who
annoying.
doesn't do that?
Wait, your name is Candace?
Punch Drunk.
Yeah, you don't know my name.
Yeah, you're so stupid.
I thought it was Samantha.
Samantha? I thought it was Naomi Twats.
Naomi
That's what you guys
Twats.
used to call me.
Naomi
When I
Twats.
first met her,
When I first met her,
that's what I used to call her. Hey, you still hanging out with Naomi
your
Twats?
team is 1-2, by the way.
Naomi Twats. I forgot about that. So guys, use the code PunchDrunk at draft or playdraft.com. Get the app though, because anytime you're screwing around, sitting on the toilet, you can draft a team. Sitting on the bus, why not draft a team and win some money? Especially if you know what you're doing. You think you know what you're doing in fantasy football, why don't you prove it every single week and win some cash with our friends?
Why don't you guys do Punch Drunk fans? Why don't you guys make a little league for yourselves?
They
Like
did
a
actually.
daily-
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I think
really?
there's a couple.
They have done
Yeah,
that,
they have been doing it.
Cool.
So
Hell yeah.
that's fun. I hope everybody's having fun on that. Playdraft.com or draft in your app store. And now you can play fantasy football every week with a new team every week, regular snake drafts. And you can play for different tiers of money and win that money, honey. Hey, Fight
What's
Nanny
your
shirt's coming out.
blockbuster trade you made?
Oh, blockbuster trade I made. It was, it's a 14-team league, so it really is garbage in the waiver wire. There's nothing. Whoever I drop to pick somebody up, the person I drop is now the best player in the entire it makes no sense to drop somebody. So that forces everybody to make trades. I'm stacked at running back. So I traded Dalvin Cook and Cooper Kupp, who's my sleeper. I love me some Cooper Kupp.
He makes great catches.
He's going to be really good in this league. And he's a really good secret weapon for the Rams. He really is like a Danny Amendola, one of those kind of guys. So I traded Cooper Kupp and Dalvin Cook, running back from Minnesota, has been playing great for me. And Cooper Kupp was a leader in the Falcoholics locker room. So we are sorry to see these guys go. But, man, I got receiver problems and I got tight end problems. And now I have Gronkowski.
Ooh.
Yep. And Sammy Watkins.
Damn.
Gronkowski and Watkins. So now I got the Rams' best receiver instead of their number 2 receiver. And I got Gronkowski, so I'm not worried about tight end anymore. I'm worried about hamstrings. Both these guys are, like I said before the show, they're a sneeze away from being out 3 weeks with a hamstring.
Yeah, Gronk is injured, isn't he?
No, he's fine.
He got hurt 2 weeks ago. But
He had a huge game He had a huge game Sunday. He had a big touchdown.
I never got behind, probably because I hate New England because they're like a dominant team for a while, and I never got behind Brady as much as I should.
Same.
With the comeback he had in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl against whatever team that was, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I honestly think right now we are watching possibly the best quarterback of all time in his prime.
Yep.
And the best.
I think we should. I think it's a treat and a joy at this point to watch Tom Brady play. We have 1 or 2 years left, and I think it's like
also the best
to not
tight
get
end
behind him now is like I apologize for anything I said before.
Also the best tight end ever in his prime because he is on Gronkowski. I heard this weekend is on pace to not only break every all-time tight end record, destroy it.
Fuck pace.
Pass Antonio Gates, pass Gonzalez, pass all those guys. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But, you know, if he can stay healthy, which he always, you know, he plays so violent, and he's always banged up. But he's such a tough fucking guy. But he would be a wonderful neighbor. If he was your neighbor, it'd be the best.
Hey, we're having a party next week. You want to come over?
Fuck yeah, I do.
All right. Don't worry. We'll be done by 11 either way.
You see when he was on, I think I talked about this on this show before, when he was on Family Guy, and he was their neighbor, Gronkowski. And he had like a shower in his backyard that was just all Monster Energy drink. Just a shower of Monster Energy drink. There was something in his pool. I can't remember what his pool was. There was something funny in his pool as well. So big monster trade in the Punch Drunk Fantasy League. Teeb is 2-1. What's Ari?
1-2.
Ari, you're 1-2. That's bad, bro. That's bad.
No, it's not so good.
That's really bad. It's exactly what you said about my Comedy Store team. So I benched everybody in the Comedy Store. Think about what you've done, Falcoholics. But it seems like I'm rolling in Punch Drunk, except for everybody is 2-1.
Yeah.
Except for you, Ari. You're 1-2. Oh, Johnny 0-3. The only guy that hasn't won a game yet. You've won the same amount of games. Johnny's won the same amount of games as Candace, and she's not even in the league.
My team's okay, too. Look, I mean, it's not a bad team. Matt Ryan just sucks this year, giving me 18 points a game. I need more.
I mean, he'll have those games, though. We run the ball a lot.
Le'Veon Bell. I mean, this is a guy that's supposed to be the best running back in the NFL. Garbage.
With running backs, you got to draft somebody who was starting to show promise last year.
Amari Cooper. Once
you get the guy that's already the best, he's going to go down.
Amari Cooper is supposed to have a big year. He had 0 points last week.
Yeah.
I mean, the Raiders were garbage.
I can't believe the Raiders lost.
Yeah, that was a surprise. A lot of strange results this week, actually.
This week was a crazy week of football.
Hey, Thibault, tell about how you found out about the Falcons winning the game.
Oh, yeah. So, you see the Falcons game, any of it, Ari? Falcons winning the whole game. Matt Ryan throws a couple crazy interceptions, but 2 of them weren't his fault at all. Just like the ball gets deflected and just lands in some guy's hand. You're like, God damn it. Yeah. So Detroit kind of, inches back into this game. They march down the field. They score on the last play with 8 seconds left.
Who?
Detroit. Detroit
to do what?
To win by 1.
Oh.
To win by 1. To which I'm at work at Red Zone, and it's like my little time over at the desk. I get like an hour where I'm at a desk, and I'm like not on set, and I'm looking shit up, and I'm watching games. So I just take my fucking headset off, gently set it down on the fucking thing. I look at the stage manager, and I give him like I'm pointing to the door like, I'm out. Like,
over for me. Yeah,
they just saw what happened. They know I'm about to blow my gasket. I leave. I go outside. Now it's my first cigarette of the day. It's about, 1 o'clock. And I'm just pacing and cursing in the parking lot at Red Zone. Like this, like, motherfucker. You gotta be kidding me. That kind of shit. To myself while I'm smoking. I step on a cigarette. I come back inside. And I switch with one of the guys on set to let him go have lunch and sit at the desk. So I take his headset. And everybody's laughing at me when I get back. And Andrew Siciliani goes, Thibault, you don't know what happened, do you? I go, no. He goes, I need you to sit down. And when I tell you what I have to tell you, I need you to be quiet. And I go, all right. And he goes, Falcons won the game. I go, you got to be kidding me. And I thought, because there was like 4 seconds left, that we turned the ball, got a kickoff return on the kickoff and won. But no, they review the play, and because of
I saw that.
Who was it? Golden Tate.
Yeah.
His knee was down.
Way down.
Way down, and I agree with that.
No question.
I agree, no question. We just looked at it here again. We looked at it again. Totally down. But because the clock would still be rolling and Detroit didn't have any timeouts, there's an automatic 10-second burn off, and there was only 8 seconds left in the game, so the game's over.
Wait. Why is there a burn off for just a tackle?
Because of the time that they used to review the play, the clock would have still been running because nobody has any timeouts left.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
Ari,
that is a bullshit
Ari,
rule.
check it out. What they think is
Totally down.
That it would take more than 10 seconds for them to get back to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball.
No, it would not.
Well, and that's what Detroit fans are saying.
Tackle him, put it down, and then spike it. You can do that in 8 seconds. That's a bullshit rule.
Detroit fans actually have some video of them last year doing it in 7 seconds.
Oh, well,
That's a
Detroit.
bullshit rule.
Oh, well, Detroit. Sorry.
That's a bullshit rule. They should have gotten one more try at it.
And now
That's a bullshit rule.
the Falcons are still undefeated at 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
With what, the
That's a
Bills coming to
bullshit
town?
rule.
Bills coming to town. Sunday morning, the Bills come to
Yeah,
town,
it's a
and
bad
then
way to
Falcons
end the
got
game.
bye week after that. Then a bye week after that. Dallas, you guys, you worried? Are you think you guys look okay? Arizona's not a great team. I think the Rams.
Arizona's not a great team. Larry Fitzgerald is maybe the best receiver in fucking history. The way
Isn't he
he's
incredible?
making catches.
He's
so fucking good.
He's your age.
Really?
I mean,
No.
I bet he's 38, 39. How old's Larry Fitzgerald?
I think he's 34,
He is.
maybe. 30.
Is he? No, he's got to be older than that. If he's that young,
He's great.
He's
Either
34,
way,
yeah,
he's
he's
fucking
34.
amazing.
34. He's only 34, Ari.
That's
He's
that's
amazing.
older though.
He's
So
got
he's
gray
17
hair.
years younger than you.
He's got gray hair.
Yeah, they didn't look great against Arizona. If they pulled it out in the end, in the fourth, but like, I mean, they were so bad against Denver.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not that confident with the Cowboys this year. I mean, if we go 10-6, I'll be pretty happy. It's more the playoffs, but like, yeah, I'm not that stoked on this team. They got a couple defensive guys that are like amazing though.
Redskins look all right.
Redskins look good. Giants look terrible, which is nice.
Always.
They did look better this week at least.
Yeah, but they still look bad.
Yeah, 0-3 though. You're fucked.
Yeah,
They
they're
still
over.
look
That's all right.
bad. Kansas City looks legitimate, like we said last
That
week.
offense is great.
I think the Raiders and the Broncos both surprised us this week. Which, by the way, did you see that the Broncos and Bills? Did you see that? Who's their defensive pass rusher? Von Miller. Thank you. Von Miller go to Tyrod Taylor and like goes to help him up.
Yeah.
Right, Ari? He goes to help him up,
Yeah.
and Tyrod Taylor puts his hand up, and then Von Miller gives him like the psych, and then won't help him up. And they both start laughing. They're looking at each other laughing, and the ref throws a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. It's like, dude,
come
they're
on, that is
both laughing.
sportsmanlike.
They're laughing. Here you go. You'll see it right here, guys. So that's the end of the play, and you can totally see him laughing. See, he stuck him, and he's like, psych, bitch. See how they're both laughing at each other? He's laughing, and then he throws a flag on it.
That was terrible.
Let him have some
But that
fun,
is
man.
sportsmanlike. That's
Pointing.
two guys getting along.
Let him have some fun.
This is like in the comedians league when one of us goes like, "You fucking dick," and they're like, "Flag." I'm like, "Come on, no, dude, it's fine.
Mhm.
We're friends. We're friends. Leave us alone."
Yep. Yeah, we would always go.
That's why the ratings are down. The no fun league.
Well,
Well,
you
and
know,
they tried to expand the celebrations this year.
yeah,
I mean,
they've
they
done
celebrate
okay with
better,
it.
but,
I've
yeah,
yet to see any really, really good ones yet.
Yeah, nor have I.
The Falcons had a funny one where they like one of the linemen held his hand out like a hoop, and then Freeman shot it like a basket, and it totally went in.
I think
Oh,
I
nice.
think the best one actually got a flag, which was Beckham pissing on.
What's wrong with this
Pissing-
guy? You can't do that.
Pissing on a fire
What's
hydrant.
wrong with him? I mean,
he's
dude,
Did
that-
he go sideways like a dog? Did he like lift his leg up sideways?
yeah.
That's fine. Here's the deal.
It's
You
dumb
can't
though. You
mandate
know you're gonna get
sportsmanship.
penalized doing that.
You can't mandate
dumb.
sportsmanship. If he jerked something off, it's like, dude, that's too far. But like, you
Yeah.
can't say unsportsmanlike conduct should be a penalty because like, being a good sportsman is that's just something you do.
Yeah.
But if you're not a good sport, you can't say we're fining you. Otherwise, then there's no really good sportsmanship. If you're forced to do it,
Love the title of this.
you want to help somebody up, help them up.
Yeah, here you go. This is this is it right here. What a dumb. And then he just pees all over. So stupid. So dumb. All right, guys. Well, that's another episode of Punch Drunk, everybody. We got to wrap
Another
it up.
episode of Punch Drunk Sports.
Guys, go to allcomedytshirts.com. Right there, you can click on the Punch Drunk at the top, and all our shirts are there.
Is that Nanny T-shirt up here?
I think
That's anyone up?
I think it's up. If it's not up, it's done. It's done. It'll be up very soon. I think
Let's
everybody's gonna
see.
love the Fight
Pretty
Nanny
cool.
shirt.
Really good.
You like it, huh?
He's seen it.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
sent it to Ari.
Wow, Ari has my approval of something.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, there it is right there.
Shut up.
Wow. There it is.
It's up?
City of Stockton,
Shut up.
ladies and
I
gentlemen.
really have a shirt?
There it is. And how about the bag of donuts?
That's
That was
great.
a nice addition,
It
adding
was a nice
donuts.
addition. I really like it. I have to tell my family.
Yep. Tell your family to
Really
go
good.
buy a fucking Fight Nanny shirt from the 209 City of Stockton. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fight Nanny. And yeah, go check out Ari's dates on his website. Go see Sammy and come check us all out at the end of October at the All Things Comedy Festival. Come holler at your boys, Punch Drunk. Johnny, thank you.
Bring it
Danny,
with some bets
thank
with
you.
each other. Bring it with some bag of
Yeah,
bets
come
with
up with
each other.
bets. Come up with whatever. Come fight us. Come fight all three of us at once. No? Is that a no? Oh, that's a maybe.
For girls, maybe untrained women.
Aaron, thank you, buddy. Good luck in couples therapy after. I guess he's going to couples
Good luck
therapy.
up St. Louis, Aaron. By next week, we'll know if they're in the playoffs or not. Good luck, man.
Thanks.
I want you in. All right, guys, suck it. Suck it. Suck it.
Bye.